Hello, people of the internet, people of the Cover Killer Nation. How are you doing this afternoon? I'm doing just fine. My name is Cover Killer Nation. You're gonna hear me twice. No. What up? How goes it, everybody? In the background there, trying to cough up a hairball or a lung or both. Oh, jeez. Tongue out. So, it's Friday. Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Well, this is an interesting situation that we find ourselves in. This was going to be the last day of the Alzheimer's Aide streaming series, but of course, because of Monday being unable to stream thanks to the weather and idiots, we'll be streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow will be our finale. It will start probably around 3 o'clock and will run for about the usual time. So we're not looking at a longer stream for it or anything like that. It's just we're gonna go with it as normal. We're gonna proceed as normal, and we're gonna hopefully have a great turnout for both today and tomorrow. Get a couple more incentives unlocked. That way, there is a couple more prizes that could potentially land in your lap. Of course, yesterday, somebody, namely Metal Fury, won the 1-month Metalhead box. And you know what's ironic about that is that we gave out that prize yesterday. Well, we picked the winner. And look what I just got this afternoon. I got this month, the September Metalhead box, so we'll be talking about that in a video here very, very soon that I hope to record over this coming weekend. And so that will be up on the channel. John, I take it you watched the game last night. John, I watched that game on Twitch, actually, because Amazon Prime Video, their channel over on Twitch, had that available for free on Twitch, and I have Amazon Prime, and you know, I have Twitch Prime and all that fun stuff, so I was able to watch that over there, which is pretty darn cool. Good evening, Maru. How are you, dear? How has the day been for you? Hi, Nemo. Nemo has entered the building. The only thing I'll say that you missed, Maru, is cute kitten pick. I will show it again just for fun. New intro screen for at least right now. There's what the new intro screen looks like. That's Little Cornell. That's the one of the 4 kittens that will be staying with us. And that's probably what... He would not sit still. He would not sit still, so I basically took what I could get as far as pictures are concerned. Hi Florian, how are you doing today? I hope that you're doing well. What's just finishing up right now is Duality by Ostera. Album that was released is entitled The Room. It is a beautiful release. It is an absolutely beautiful release, and one that I recommend for you prog heads out there. It is definitely an experience, and you can tell just from the album cover. The album cover is super cool. Anytime you see a door in the middle of nowhere that feels like it's straight out of like the Dawning of the Three, or the Drawing of the Three, or you know, something out of the Dark Tower mythology, or like any other mythos that involves a door that, you know, seemingly goes to nowhere but actually goes somewhere else, usually you're in for a really good release. It's just a really interesting idea that seems to work. Eli, if you've not yet put an abstract illusion in your collage, what are you doing with your life? There you go. Not paying $65 for a $10 purchase. God damn it. Huh? What exactly are you speaking about with that? Are you talking, is that the cost of Amazon Prime or something like that? Or like what exactly are we discussing? What exactly are we discussing? Mr. Waterblanc, Mr. Sir. Read your comment above. I shall. You were trying to redeem the Hell's Headbangers gift card this afternoon. Oh my gosh. Okay, so their shipping is ridiculous. Wow. Wow. Yeah. That's unfortunately a thing. That is unfortunately I have no control over that either. Unfortunately. I have zero control over that. I thought they did shipping worldwide. I thought they did well, obviously they do. You know, technically I ship worldwide, but it just costs an arm and a leg and a ball, and it sucks. But that doesn't leave me with much hope whenever it comes to shipping out your CDs. I can already tell that that is going to be a big-time net loss, as far as I'm concerned. Well, damn. Well, I guess that just means you have to win 7 more times. Man, did not foresee that. I apologize in advance, Waterblanc. The kittens have not found their way into a laundry basket as of yet. No, they're right now in rooms where if a laundry basket exists in these rooms, it's in the wrong room. It's in the wrong room. Oh, you have your stepdad has a sister in North Carolina. That's pretty cool. Hey, I guess whatever you have to do, man. Like I said, definitely not something that I foresaw. Hi, Cliff Conway. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. We are currently aiding folks that have. We're aiding for research for Alzheimer's disease, the Alzheimer's Foundation of America. And we do this every month, or at least we're going to be trying to do this just about every month with either a different cause or we have a different idea in mind, something to drive interest. And as you're seeing with Waterblanc there, you can, if you donate to the channel, you can request a song. You can use ! request songs and find all the information that you need whenever it comes to how to do that and what the menu is, I guess, as far as pricing is concerned. The reason why I do that, Cliff, since you potentially are new here, is I like to have you guys get something out of donating aside from just, you know, the whole thing, the whole charity bit. You know, the fact that 30% of it does go to charity. $65 shipping, man. Whew. Man. Hey, can I, like, maybe ship this 2 CDs that you won to your stepdad's sister, too? Yeah, that's on a $10 purchase. That is on a $10 purchase. That's amazing. You know, I paid $10 for that. I paid $10 for the gift card that I sent to him. You know. So he has $10 worth of store credit. And then he finds something, and it's $65 shipping. That's ridiculous. No, I didn't ship them. I chose them. I haven't shipped them yet. I haven't shipped those as yet. I just chose them the other day. There's some price gouging. Actually, no, it really isn't. I'm going to get this playing real quick. No, whenever it comes to shipping those CDs, I'll probably do that next Monday. Anyway, whenever it comes to anything with shipping, anything to do with shipping, it's not price gouging. It's just the way in which shipping laws and costs around the world, how those go. So, for example, if based out of the country that they are, you know, based out of whatever country you're based out of, if it costs a certain amount, well, okay, let me give you a practical example. The practical example that I can give you is as follows. I just had somebody... Oh my gosh, this stupid watch thing. I don't give a shit. All I want to do is listen to the new Iron Man single. Thanks. I just shipped some CDs in the CD sale. Was not this week, but last week. I shipped it to Mexico. Just shipped them to you in the Netherlands? Okay, no problem, dude. That won't be a problem for me. At least it shouldn't be. But I just shipped some CDs to a buyer down in Mexico. It was 4 albums, I believe, was the total. In fact, let me dial up the. I don't do sales sheets, but I have master lists of everything, so I can dial up this transaction and talk about it pretty easily. Which, by the way, if anybody still wants to take a look at the CD sale, because you may want something from it, CD sale is still active. Exclamation point is still CD sale is still available. You'll see the updated list over there on the Google Docs page. That is up to the minute. There are 125 titles that are available. Actually, 123. It's not totally up to the minute because I have not removed the ones that are being shipped to Waterblanc as of yet. Cliff Conway just donated $5. Did he? I think he did. He did. Vi Jester. That's you, isn't it? Hey, well, thank you very much. I do have to update the total. I'm too busy chatting. I'm too busy yakking. But thank you very much, Cliff. You get yourself a song. 5 minutes or less, man. We also have $5 from Justin. Check you out. Solitude at Tyrannus, the 8th day morning. What was the dude band you mentioned when you were talking about Pallbearer yesterday? Oh, man. Justin, that's a really good question. I unfortunately can't go back into the archives and learn because those archives are all very much not no longer active ever. Like, it's just not something I can do, sadly. Those things get ruined by copyright and everything. I'm going to do my best to try to remember. If you're wondering why I'm not updating things yet, it's because I need to get the conversion. Oh, that's news. That's why it's not doing what I want. I swear to you, the euro, the fluctuation of money is dumb. It's really dumb. Wouldn't you agree? I agree. Isn't the fluctuation of money kind of dumb? Anyway, there we go. Yeah, all the streams are going to end up getting deleted. All those streams get deleted, and it's because of the copyright. And there's nothing I can do about that at all. There is nothing I can do about that at all. Rank them all down would be really short. That'd be a very short list. However, we do have an ongoing straw poll right now. Integrity. Great song right there by Aide. Alright, well, anyway. Hi, Lauren. I'm just stopping by to say hello. How are you? Allison Shane's Red Giant. Nicely played. Nicely played, my friend. Alright, we're going to get that in for you. We're going to get that in next. I'm trying to remember what band I was talking about whenever I was discussing Paul Bearer last night. Shoot. That's just as a shame. Oh, man. And you know the funny thing is that I don't even know. I'm trying to remember who I was even talking to. But anyway, as I try to, like, that's going to be in my mind all day, trying to figure that out. But anyway, shipping down to Mexico actually cost me, for 4 CDs, it cost me $22, I think it was. No, it was like $20 because the total between the two that I shipped out was like $30, and I know that Richards, who's domestic, was $10 because of the weight of his. He had 5 albums, and I put it over 13 ounces. There's a bunch of stupid little like sub rules and stuff like that. But see, at the same time, it was $60 for me to ship to the UK. But I was also shipping an absurd number of albums to a buyer, so it was a little bit different. You know, it's a little bit different. So I'll see you later, Lauren. You have yourself a good one. So shipping fluctuates. That all fluctuates 100%, and it is it's not fun. Ah! Thank you, Justin. Justin, the band is Windhand. W-I-N-D-H-A-N-D. Windhand. Who actually have a new album coming out very soon. In fact, I think it's next week that album is scheduled to drop. Windhand. You would probably really like them. Very good band. Been around forever now. Integrity, yeah, you're absolutely right. It's been 10 years, which feels like forever, and, you know, in some cultures is forever. I'll tell you what 10 years is forever to. A child that dies at 9. That's a horrible joke. No, I'm kidding. Whenever it comes to Rush, it's roughly 20 albums, yeah. Slightly less than what Motorhead has. And also, that was really dark, I know. The thing is that I've done Rank 'em Alls with, I think, 16 total albums on it, because we've done Iron Maiden. So I know that 20 wouldn't necessarily be that long of a video, because I could probably, really, the bottom 20 would be easy to compress, as far as how long I talk about them, you know what I mean? Especially whenever you consider that most of the stuff at the bottom was probably going to be from the late 80s, early 90s era. Because despite the fact that you get some great songs off of Test Your Echo or Roll Your Bones or albums such as that, they just really kind of don't compare as far as like full-length quality concerned with that by comparison to the elders. Oh, you know what, Cliff? It's because of with satellite radio, you're kind of able to do what you want, and also it's dependent on time and whether or not that station has like really detailed rules or anything. One of the really handy things about internet radio also is the fact that you can do things like that. You know, your content is pretty well guarded to what you want to do, all depending. What's the worst Rush album? Oh man, not Roll Your Bones, but that's close. There's an album I'm thinking of Bright Red. Can't think of the title right now. Probably because it's that unmemorable. Ugh. Surprisingly enough, though, like Snakes and Arrows would be a good album. Like, I would probably put that near the middle of the road. Same is also true for, am I thinking of Test for Echo? No, I'm not thinking of Vapor Trails. Vapor Trails is actually, whenever you listen to it completely, a pretty decent album. Like, Vapor Trails would probably be somewhere in the high bottom 10, so I'm thinking like, I don't know, 11th, something like that. I don't know. Like, I'd have to sit down and like parse it through. And I'll tell you what. What do I think of Hold Your Fire? Again, very unmemorable. Very unmemorable. That's one of the big problems. Volume 4, Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. Oh man, that's a hard one. This Volume 4 is really, really hot. Master of Reality, though, I would say that if I were to pick a favorite Sabbath album from the Ozzy era, probably going to end up being Master of Reality. And I don't think that that's necessarily a strange opinion. How many records do I own? More than 1,000. Well, I did. I've been going through a CD sale as of recent where I've liquidated, or I've been trying to liquidate roughly about 300, actually a little more than 300 from my collection, and there's been about 200 of those sold. So I'm probably under 1,000 at this point whenever it comes to CDs, but whenever you put everything together, you know, records, and most of my records are old school, most of my cassette tapes are old school, you know, instead of getting a lot of my like old school stuff on CD, I have it on vinyl or on cassette tape. It's definitely over 1,000. And I've gotten rid of a lot of records too, because I had a ton of doubles and triples of many albums whenever I was starting my collection back in, whenever I was in high school. I ended up getting a lot of doubles and triples because I would buy full lots. You know, I would buy full boxes. I would buy full boxes whenever I did that. So, yeah. So Justin Neely tossing down that $5. I need to recall which Solitude Etienne song he wanted to hear because, hey, there's nothing wrong with a little SA. SA is amazing. They are an absolutely incredible band. He wants to hear The Eighth Day Morning. I can tell something, my friend, Mr. Justin. I can tell that you are very preferential toward... you're very preferential towards certain eras of Solitude Etienne. I think you really enjoy their first 4 albums the most, if I were to harbor a guess. And nothing wrong with that. That would be a really hard rank 'em all for me to do. That'd be a really hard rank 'em all for me to do. But hey, yeah, we do have a poll going right now to determine a couple of rank 'em all videos. You can actually go get them over there. You can go over to that straw poll link that I just spammed in chat. Any music suggestions for a Down, Tool, or Sabbath fan? Elder. Try a band called Elder. They're amazing. I would try that. I would also scope out this band, Solitude Eternus. I think you'd really like them. Candlemass. You know, explore a little bit more of the Doom universe, especially some of the classics. Some of the classic bands of the genre. So between Candlemass as well as like St. Vitus, you may enjoy some St. Vitus, but that can be a little bit darker. Cathedral is very good for creativity whenever it comes to this Doom genre, and then you'll enjoy modern bands such as Pallbearer or like we were just talking about Windhand. You would enjoy them also. When you vote Killswitch because you don't know the other bands. Rat Salad is a rad Sabbath instrument. Florian. Never changed. Whiplash, no, I haven't. I actually have not. Recommend you Doom bands similar to Candlemass and Cathedral, the band you're listening to right now, Solitude Eternus. 100%. So far, 2018 has featured the one album of the year that like really grabbed it has remained rather static. Actually, it's remained completely static throughout the entirety of the year. So the album of the year so far, going into the last month of, or the last couple days of September, was actually determined in January. If I ranked them all with Pantera, Pantera's an odd duck because a lot of folks would want me to do the 4 power metal albums, and that would be kind of unfair. Because I guarantee you that like 50% of the people that mention the power metal albums of Pantera's discography from the 1980s, I haven't even listened to those albums. There's a lot of bandwagoning whenever it comes to that. And folks will say, well, no, I've listened to all of them. Really? Come on. Come on. I listened to Head Cage. I did. The production on that was odd. The production on that album was honestly a little strange, and I was a bit disappointed by how the overall thing was handled. It reminded me of, there was a Nile album, Those Whom the Gods Detest, that was in that similar situation, where the mix and the overall way that was handled really threw off the entire, like the experience of the entire record. It's not a bad record whenever you take away some of the really negative aspects of the production. Well, yeah, you're right, it is more glam metal, but they're very well known as like the power metal albums because of what their titles and everything like that, you know. Yeah, Head Cage was just, for all the hype that it was getting, it did not set the world on fire. And as you notice, you don't notice a lot of people talking about that release. And I can guarantee you that that's not going to be an album that's going to be discussed a lot. But if you like Candlemass, if you like Cathedral, if you like Solitude at Tyrannus, I would try Abstract Algebra. I would try Last Chapter. I mean, yes, some of these projects include those members, members of those bands. Your best friend, whenever it comes to a lot of that, is Wikipedia, or just Googling it, funnily enough, and just try everything. David, I'm not surprised by that. The folks that work at Hot Topics these days don't know anything about metal. They know stuff, well, not that kind of metal. They can certainly tell you that their favorite bands are Whitechapel and Asking Alexandria, bruh. Martin, not really. Not really. It's dark in here. I just realized I don't have my light on. What were you mean now? Nah. Accurate, more like. That was more like on the nose. I think we should toss on a Windhand song. Let's toss on a Windhand song in order to celebrate. But yeah, that was The Eighth Day, Morning by Solitude at Tyrannus from Through the Darkest Hour. Oh man, they're just such a good band. Such a good band. I really wish they were back. I wish that they were not just a, just a thought. The fact that they're just a thought kind of makes me sad. Let's listen to Grey Garden from Windhand. That way everybody can maybe get a little idea of what they're all about. So let's see if you may like this. What the hell? I apparently stepped on something and it exploded into a million tiny pieces. Awesome. Well, that's cool. Is falling in reverse metal? I don't know, sure. Falling in reverse is kosher. Falling in reverse is scary. You ever fell in reverse? Like, seriously. Like, have you ever felt yourself going back this way? Like, even if you just, like, slip on ice or something, that, like, 1.2 seconds is the scariest thing in your life, because you think, man, if I over, like, rotate, I'm going to break my neck and I'm going to die. Any review of the new Voivod album? My guess is probably not. I would say that probably won't happen. The bands that I'm looking at to potentially do a review of is Horrendous, Riverside, Revocation, and Anonacraft. Very nice. I need to find my Death shirt. That's got nothing, I'm not trying to shit on Voivod or anything with that, but I don't do a lot of reviews these days, and I'm kind of selective. I'm sure that it's probably a really good album. I'm sure that it's probably a really good album, because Voivod doesn't really know how to disappoint. You know, even if the album is just serviceable. Good lord, Villa Ensemble and all those 4 major bands. Dude, if we go into that, then we might as well just toss on, like, hey, how about you rank them all Mike Portnoy, and then I'm there for like 5 years. I do remember that awful cover of Gangsta's Paradise. Please don't remind me of that. I just finally got okay with myself after that. The therapy has finally taken hold. Oh my gosh. No, you're okay, Integrity. You have to understand, sometimes I get a little saucy. I have to. I have no choice but to be a little saucy. Oh my gosh. I woke up feeling like shit this morning, I'm not gonna lie. I woke up and I sounded a lot like this. I was very congested. I sounded like an old Jewish man that has a little bit of, did I just say indigestion? I hope I didn't say indigestion. I meant congestion. Good lord. Christ. But yeah, it wasn't fun. Especially whenever you're trying to feed hungry cats that will not leave you alone for 5 seconds to blow your nose. That is something else. That's just kind of like hell a little bit. Oh, excuse me. I remember Shock the Monkey from Cold Chamber. That's not really a bad memory. That's just an unfortunate one, considering the original's amazing. There being a new Rotting Christ in the future period is just really, really good news. What is all this stuff I have on here? Oh. That was whenever the kittens were really, really young. That was whenever the kittens were really, really young. Cool. There. Instead of seeing my ugly mug, you can take a look at, it'll be like Cornell is hosting the show. That's his name right there. That's Cornell. Before we make it to the kitten video, which will be upcoming as well, the names of the 4 kittens are Cornell, Blaze, Amelia, and Ember. That right there is little Cornell. He was meowing at the gate in order to, he wanted to come over the gate, I guess, and see me, because the minute that I acknowledged him, he like started climbing the gate. And so I brought him in here for a little bit, and we hung out. And I wanted to take a picture of him, because I wanted to show you guys on stream. And then that is the picture that happened. It ended up so darn good. It's now like the new introduction. So Pippin right now is, the picture of Pippin is retired for the moment. But yeah, it is a little crazy whenever you consider everything. Taking care of kittens whenever you already have a couple, and then also trying to socialize a cat that was mostly outside. Dance Macabre by Ghost, and Obituary with Bolituary. DH with the Ghost, Waterblunk with the Obituary. Thanks, boys. Thanks, gentlemen and ladies. You can decipher who's who. I'm kidding, of course. That's overall. Thanks to everybody thus far throughout the entirety of the event. That's freaking crazy, and I'm hugely appreciative of it. So 464 is added as a result of that to our grand total. Which puts us at 750. We're actually at under $50 before we give out a $25 Hell's Headbangers gift card. Now I will warn that apparently, depending on where you live, shipping might be a touch expensive. I did not know this because it's not expensive to me. It's not expensive to where I'm at, you know. Necro just got finished with doing a stream. Were you streaming alongside of Static, or were you doing your own? What's the deal? What is the situation here? Dance Macabre by Ghost up next. Is Hell's Headbangers American based? Oh, Necro was doing your own. Nice. There you go, dude. $10 from Mater. We have The World's Intolerable Pain by Kulaman Lasko. And then we have Endlessly by Elise Rid. We'll have those coming up here in just a bit. Thank you so much, Mater, dear, as always. First off, we're going to get in some Dance Macabre. Mama right now is debating on whether or not she wants to come into the room, which, well, let's see what happens. She decides, no, I probably shouldn't go into the room with the dude that always critiques me for, like, hanging off of him. Oh, that was the band I was thinking about. That was the band I was thinking about the other day. Someone was like, hey, what's the Saint Anger of black metal? And I comically said it was the band that had to write their own manifesto before releasing an album, which was Liturgy. Clem is all over some Insta, huh? What happened there? A reaction channel you followed said that Among the Living is trash. Did you promptly unsubscribe? I'm kidding. You know, opinions are like assholes. We've all got them, and we're all entitled to having them, because if we didn't have opinions, it would be the same as not having an asshole, and that means you're just full of shit. This is heavy metal ABBA, and I confess I love it. This is not an ABBA cover, but I mean, come on. Is it not obvious that there is some ABBA influence in what Ghost is doing these days, and it's awesome. I think it's more fun. Here's something do you think it's more fun to like all the things that the like uber like cult, you know, uber cult metal fans hate? Or do you think it's more fun to be the uber cult metal fan and hate those things? Ghost next time I'm gonna be full pop. I don't know if they're going through the ages. If they're going through the ages, then that means that the next album has to be like late '80s, and then The album after that's going to be a 90s album, so that's going to be like 90s alternative. Then they might go like full boy band with the album after that. And then by the time we catch up an era, Ghost will be a SoundCloud rap band. Baby Metal's a lot of fun. That's what I mean. Like, everyone is saying that that was gonna ruin metal and blah blah blah. Wow. I mean, look at metal right now. Look how ruined it is. I want to be with you. I want to be with you. Want to be with you. Whenever you roll, I guess his roll causes that to happen. I wanna be with you, because I pronounced that TH a little bit more like pronounced with tongue with, like tongue out a little bit, and I guess the roll it causes it to be with you. I think that just has to do with a little bit of accent or specific accenting that Tobias opts to use. Because, you know, if it's me, I wanna be with you in the moonlight. This is why I'm not in a band. This is why I don't sell millions of records. My intonation's all off. It sucks. Bullituary, it's a remix. And it's, it's something. This is from Back from the Dead. All the way back in 1997. I'm just saying. That's my own fault then. That's my own fault there. Makes more sense there, doesn't it? Either way, it's not Be With You. Hi, William. What's going on, bud? Oh, we need to toss on that $10 for Maru. We need to toss on that $10 for Maru. That puts us $39.02 away. No, I got a water bottle. This is Death Hop. Yes, it is. Obituary did some very interesting things. Diatribes was the first album from Napalm Death I ever owned, amazingly enough. It's shocking I still like the band, right? No, I actually, I revisited Diatribes recently and I realized I kind of like the album. I kind of enjoy it. Thoughts on the Rageaholic? I don't really know much about him. I don't watch him. So, he sure is a person that does things on YouTube. You would have never known this is... Oh, you would have. You would have heard those vocals. You'd have heard those death metal vocals. You know, those obituary vocals, those grunts, those cavemans. And just think, Obituary could have been a death hop band. I mean, just if you listen to some of their beats, it just makes sense. Dance of Death are a matter of life and death. Oh man, probably a matter of life and death by a thin margin, but both of them are kind of low. Both of them are kind of low in the overall discography. Imagine if Obituary did a rap song with John Cena. Just imagine the John Cena logo theme playing, only it's being played by Obituary. So you just hear As far as Dance to Death, the song is concerned, I think it's one of their best. Like, that is a legendary Iron Maiden song. But they did some things on A Matter of Life and Death that were a little, not what you would expect. Wow, Back from the Dead. What an album it is. What an album it is. You know, another album is pretty good that needs mentioning every so often. One of the best introductions to a band that I've ever seen. Like, you know, you typically see anthologies or greatest hits albums for different bands, and they're kind of like, you know, like they're very marginal whenever it comes to actually being helpful. One of the best like greatest hits or anthologies that I've ever seen is the one for Obituary. Obituary's anthology album it's terrific. It's very, very good. It gives you literally a sampling from every album that they had up to that point. And that was whenever they were on hiatus. It was after Back from the Dead. I believe it was released in 1999. And you even got some stuff, you got some like rough demos from back whenever they were originally Executioners. So you got a nice overall flow. So Cool Man Lesko, I think we can say that this is a bit of an amalgam. Words are hard. The song is called The World's Intolerable Pain. Once again, Cool Man Lesko. I'm going to not talk for a couple minutes now, okay? I'm going to not talk for a couple minutes. I'm tempted to go get socks because my feet are cold. And not talk. And step away from the talking sphere. Jesus. Hi Tobias, how you doing? How's it going? Jonathan, I like both Scorpions and Accept. I like Accept a little bit more, especially whenever it comes to their latest output. Their last couple of albums have been fantastic. They made a vocalist change, and it felt like it just lit a massive, massive spark under the group. And they transitioned into a band that was mostly known for like the old school heavy metal sound to feeling very modern and feeling very much like they belong or have become somehow a younger band, which they did with the singer. You know, the singer is definitely a junior to the remaining members of Accept, but still, it's crazy. It's crazy. Whenever it comes to Scorpions, they're I'm a big singles guy whenever it comes to Scorpions. I haven't explored their deep cuts nearly as much as some other groups, like Def Leppard, for example, in the Glam catalog. But Scorps are definitely some good material. Your Manowar phase in the 90s was cringe. Manowar is still really fun to listen to, I don't care. It's just cheesy as shit, I love it. Again, and I think it's because of stuff like that is why I don't know a ton about power metal, but I love listening to it, if that makes any sense. Like, I can't, unlike a lot of the other folks around, you know, the chat and stuff, I don't follow kind of where members are shifting and stuff like that very closely, but the music is always fun. The music is always really fun. Virtual 11 is your favorite Maiden album? Said no one ever. Okay. There we go. You scared me there for a second, Florian. You dig 80s glam metal despite the haters? So do I, man. There's some stuff that I'm not as keen on, or like right now I aim to avoid a little bit because I've heard it so much. Poison is one of those bands. Though I've seen Poison live, Bret Michaels is a damn good live performer. Dokken is awesome. I've seen Dokken live. I in fact saw Dokken live on the same tour whenever I saw Bret Michaels. It was Bret Michaels, it was Dokken, and Sebastian Bach performing a solo tour. But he was doing his, he was also doing some Skid Row material. And that was a pretty awesome tour. That was a pretty awesome tour. A little Sabotage? Hell yeah! Waterblung, what's your favorite Sabotage album? Putting you on the spot right now, right here. Diarta's Murder or Carnifex? Oh, wow. I'll tell you who's had the better albums overall. It's been Carnifex. Ah, you still love Manowar? There you go. You go with Sirens? See, I'm a really big fan of Gutter Ballet. I love Gutter Ballet a lot. I've had that album for, God, too long. I've had that album for way too long in many ways. My Christ. Wonder if Vector will ever return. I think they will in time. I don't know. It's definitely not going to be the same. I don't think it's going to be the same as it was before, so I guess it's good that they went out on top. Fight for the Rock is underrated? That's not bad. And Eat the Heat? There's a lot of underrated albums in this. You'll find that because they're the albums that sort of slipped through and were released after. You know, they will slip through the cracks because that's whenever their popularity kind of waned a little bit. You know, they had their peak, and then they have the follow-up, and if the follow-up doesn't immediately set the world on fire, which 99% of the time it doesn't because people are too simple-minded, then the next album is remembered by some folks, and then that album after that, everyone's like, that came out, what? Yeah, I hear that Machine Head announced their farewell tour. Good? I guess? I mean, didn't they stop once before and then Rob Flynn was like, oh shit. No, they didn't do that. Yeah, they had a lot of other issues before the first time. They just entered into a very dead era. If Rob's going to continue, it will not be the same. I'll be honest with you, it might be better off. It might be better off if Rob kind of like goes solo or forms something else. Because if what we got off of Catharsis is like his frame of mind right now, his pattern of thought, man, dude, just need a new project, man. I say just need a new project. They ran out of bandwagons to jump on. Oh my god. Oh, a couple members quit. See, I didn't really want to... Okay, I have to say this. Amazing, amazing deep vocals. That's cool to hear, considering I was always... whenever I was in like choruses and choirs and such, I was always either a bass or a bass, like a higher bass. So whenever you hear somebody go all the way low and down, it always feels kind of nice. You know, maybe that's why I enjoyed Peter Steele's vocals so much, because at the same time I thought to myself, wow, that's my range, supposedly, and I can't even hit some of those notes. Some of those notes are absurd. Like, you want to talk about being a special bass. There you are, Peter Steele. That is a special bass right there. A man with a very special gift. Up next we have Endlessly. This is a track that's from Elise Red. Oh my gosh. Apart from having a lot of congestion and stuff this morning. I've also had like physical aches and pains and stuff like that. I hope I'm not getting sick. And I'll tell you why I hope that is because, as most of you probably know, my family lives pretty close to me. They live actually, it's about like 5 to 10 minutes that way if I'm looking out my window. So, not very far. We live in the same town. It's kind of nice. I can always help them whenever they have a problem, which, you know, they're getting older, so that's going to be a little bit more frequent. So I think that's really nice. Both Miss CK and myself, we live pretty close to where our parents are for that reason, you know, to help out. And she's needed to do that a lot more than I have this year, which has been kind of sad. And it's the first year that's ever had to happen. But anyway, you know, that's just kind of a really cool thing. But at the same time, my mother's been sick for like the past 3 weeks. And she just finally, a couple days ago, got diagnosed with bronchitis. And I've been over there a couple times the past 3 weeks to watch football games and, you know, other sporting events. And I'm also the type that, you know, if a contagion wants to infect me, it's just going to do it. And my body's just going to be like, oh, okay, we could use a challenge. Go ahead. We're going to give you like a 5-day head start. And then we're going to start defending ourselves. You know? So I'm hoping that's not what's happening, but this is how it started with her, so I hope it's just, you know, whatever. True or false, Linkin Park is a good nu metal band? True. That is a true statement. And you notice how quickly I said true? It's because guess what? To me, they're just a band. They're just a band. Because I'll tell you what, back whenever Reanimation came out, I wasn't sure if I was going to dig that idea. And then I walked away from that album like nearly in tears. Because it was done so well. And Crawling, of course, the version that they had, which actually, consequently enough, we're talking about Stained, I see in chat also, had Aaron Lewis on the song. Oh man, that was haunting. That was a really haunting remix of that song, especially the first like 2 to 3 minutes of it. The only person that thinks South of Heaven is the best Slayer album. I have my doubts that you're the only person that feels that way. I feel Rain in Blood is going to be the one that is mentioned the most because it's cliche. I feel like Show No Mercy is going to get a little bit more love now because I mentioned that as my favorite. And, you know, that tends to be one of those things where you get some folks that are little fanboys that say, yeah, it's my favorite too. It's always been my favorite. But if you, like, were staring them in the face, you could tell they're obviously just shoveling a pile of shit somewhere. You know what I mean? So, I don't think it really matters. I think you love the album that you love the most, period. That's just how that works. Oh, Alice. How you kind of, sort of, weirdly look like an ex-girlfriend of mine, only that ex-girlfriend, actually, she's the one that doesn't look like that anymore. The thick thighs... yeah, but that's the only place that's thick on you, at least. Whereas with my ex, a lot has become thick. And that's not an insult, that's just fact. And you know what? If they're happy, or if she's happy in her skin, which I think that she is, then that's great. If she's not happy in the skin, you know what? And she wants to do something about it, that's great too. You know, I like to have friendly, you know, I like to be friendly with some exes. whenever it's possible, but also I kind of like limiting the interaction, you know? Like my exes and I don't talk every night or any bullshit like that. Yeah. It's one of those things where being amicable is, it really eases tension a lot. Makes things a little easier. In the long run, it makes things a little easier. Hey, by the way, did you know that there's a straw poll? Did you know that there's a straw poll? There is a straw poll. It's to determine who is going to be the next 2 bands to receive a Rank 'em All video. And we are nearing the end, actually, of this straw poll being active. Don't dream of women, they're only here to bring you down. My friend, I don't know if he meant daydreaming at all whenever it came to that, because daydreaming is one thing that does happen, but my actual dreams are always, they're weird. Like the ones I actually remember, they're always odd. They're always odd, you know. You know, folks will say, man, I had this great dream last night and it involved me having, you know, freaky deaky, you know, sex with Pam Anderson and Cindy Crawford, or, you know, who's a big model right now, Kate Upton, or blah blah blah, you know, these unrealistic things. And yeah, I've had like celebrities and stuff in dreams before, but it's never been like in that compromising position. Instead, it's like I'm a spy and all of a sudden I encounter Sarah Gilbert and she gives me a mission and says good luck and gives me the kiss of death because she knows that I'm going into some like super dangerous situation, and the look on my face clearly paints the scene as fuck, I'm gonna die. You know, either that or, you know, I'm hanging out at a bar and all of a sudden George Carlin just decides to go on a huge rant about America in 2016, you know, like night of the election, or like it's in the future or something. It's you know, I just not even. I don't know if that's something to do with age. I don't know if that has something to do with just me, like I'm just a weirdo. It's probably more so what it is. I'm just weird as shit, because that is it's pretty typical for me. It's just a thriller till the night. Oh, it's just a thriller. I'll tell you what I should do. The horrendous song that I played the other day to start off the stream. You guys didn't hear it. You guys didn't actually get a chance to hear it because I didn't have the sound up, because I'm a real smart boy that is really smart as smart gets. Yeah. So we're going to play that right now, because guess what? This album just came out today. I want you to keep that in mind. This album just came out today. The album is entitled Idol. The band is horrendous, and I think that they just made a huge, huge statement. This song is entitled Golgothian Tongues. Medication causes weird dreams. That's true that it does. And you know, I could probably tell whenever I'm not feeling at my best, because that's usually whenever the weird dreams do come. Like, it's very seldom. It's very seldom that I have dreams that I recall very vividly whenever I'm feeling relatively well. And, you know, I've never tried actively to lucid dream. Something that I'd be sort of somewhat interested in doing, simply because it makes me curious about. I'm just kind of curious with the whole topic. So you notice I say I haven't actively sought it out. Doesn't mean it hasn't happened. And the experiences that I've had have been a little odd. And then, of course, I've attempted some astral projection in my day, which never has gone according to plan. let's just say in my 20s, I was doing a lot of different things in my 20s. I did a lot of different things in my 20s that were a little out there. I think that Empire in the Clouds is the greatest Maiden song. No, but I think it's certainly up there. I think that it's a very well-designed track, and especially for 21st century Maiden, I think that it is one of their best crafted songs. It feels complete. It never really gets dull. It's not overly repetitive. That's the one thing that the Red and the Blue had kind of going against it. Or the Red and the White. There's a chick you follow that looks like a friend of mine that I don't hang out with anymore. If she didn't become a crackhead, it's sad. I have a friend that I actually I stuck very close to. I stuck very close to them while they were somewhat ruining their lives with drugs, and then finally they got clean and went total. Like, did a total 180, became an SJW, and the minute that one thing that I uttered was a major disagreement between her and her boyfriend, in my view, I was out the window. The red and the black, thank you, Reed. What is the best Maiden song? One of my favorite Maiden songs of all time is The Angel and the Gambler. No, I'm kidding. I'm a big fan of Revelations, but the absolute best Maiden song for me, I'm actually a little bit partial to this, is Blood Brothers. I love Blood Brothers. That is a song that will link my best friend and I forever, regardless to whether we're friends or not. So, if you happen to be watching this right now, Rob, it doesn't matter if we talk or we don't talk, you're fucking stuck with me, dude. We're like Siamese twins. Only we're detached, so we're like Siamese twins that somehow found an out. I got the girl. What's going on? You're a libertarian conservative thanks to the 2016 presidential election. Jonathan, next election you should do like I did in the 2016 election. Vote for a really cool rock. Trust me, he should have won in 2016. He was harder than Trump. He has better cleavage than Clinton. He takes a real solid stance on the issues, my friend. He would not throw America off a cliff. You know why? Because he is part of the cliff. Damn. Have I ever had sequels to Dreams? No, but I tell you what, I wish I did. Prequels to the sequels. Okay, a little between the Buried and Me reference. Listen, I had a ton of rock puns going back in 2016 because I told the whole entire world what I was gonna do. I told everybody on Facebook. I came to this stream and I talked about it. I did all that shit. I said, listen, I'm voting for a really cool rock 2016. They're like, you ain't gonna do shit. Yeah, whatever. You know. You're going to find out that Bernie Sanders isn't in the election anymore, then you're either going to vote for Donald Trump because Bernie Sanders isn't in the election anymore and you don't like Hillary Clinton, or you're going to vote for Hillary Clinton because Bernie Sanders isn't in the election anymore and you don't like Donald Trump. No, I told people what the fuck I was going to do, and I did it. I wrote that shit in. You were a hyper-liberal back in high school, but as you grew older, you grew more conservative. That's where I'm at right now, Jonathan. Right now, if you want my true identification, I identify right in the middle. I identify right smack dab in the middle. I can grasp onto some liberal views. I can grasp onto some conservative views. Both sides do have some things that make sense. It's just that there's not very much. There's not very much on either side that makes sense. But what does, you know, is a nice little amalgamation. I didn't vote Bernie because, you know, he wasn't on the ballot. He wasn't on the ballot. And I know that if he would have gotten, like, write-ins and stuff... I'll tell you where I think Hillary Clinton made her biggest mistake. And, I'm trying to remember my politics correctly to determine whether or not she even made an offer. By the way, Everybody Dies by Arion up next. Thanks to Waterblanc and his €2.29 donation. Thank you very much, my friend. That is pretty dang cool of you, if you ask me. Gotta go back to my magical conversion tool. That's not my magical conversion tool. Anyway, I think her biggest... I hate phones. I don't think she even extended the offer to Bernie to be the vice president. To be her vice president. I also don't think that he would have accepted, to be perfectly honest with you. I think he made that clear or something that he was not going to accept that. But if it would have been A-okay, like if they would have been able to accept that, oh man, then she would have won the election. Your liturgy stream is somehow allowed on YouTube? For now. For now. A lot of times I don't get the copyright information and all that stuff until like an hour later. Either that or like YouTube just doesn't care about liturgy at all. Very possible. And you're right, this is very campy. Hi Cody, how you doing, man? I am doing A-okay. Like I said, kind of ill a little bit here and there. You know. Hey man, how many people dare me to play SoundCloud rap and stream after this song? So I'll do it. Don't freaking test me, man. People still don't believe I'll do things. People still don't believe I'll do things, even though I showed them with a really cool rock that, hey, if I say I'm going to do something, good chance I'm going to do it. Might take a little time. Do it. Cody, unfortunately, no. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed by the fact that that's true, that I haven't yet, and I'm sorry. If I remember correctly, I still have that on my my watch later list. I'll have to look at that. Yeah, I will totally. I'll play SoundCloud rap on here. I don't care. People don't think it's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen. Play on Skinny Bop. Exclamation point requested songs, my friend. Oh no, you're okay, Cody. You're okay, brother. I do need to check and see if I still have that on my watch later list, or if I even put it on there. I thought that I had done that the minute that you mentioned it in the stream the first time. That's why I'm curious. Sometimes I need to do these things to make sure that I'm remembering correctly. You can use exclamation point request songs. What I think about pornogrind bands? There is definitely a niche for them. I'm not really part of it very much. I don't go very deep into pornogrind. Miss Machine. Yeah, Unskinny Bop is a song by Poison. Unskinny Bop 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 Bop. You just really want to see me review it? You know. Gee, thanks, brother. I'll do it if the price is right. What do we have? We have this fantastic remote control. This remote control has 11 buttons and runs off of a battery that you can barely see that's down here, and you have to pop things out in order to do it. What does it control? We have no idea. You can choose. That's remote control from Blammo. Green Rose Fairy, Never Walk Alone. But we have business to attend to firstly. We have business to attend to firstly. $2.32 from Maru. Thank you very much. That's via the super chat beast. That's 96. That's going to put us at under $35 for somebody to win a $25 Hell's Headbangers gift card. Also, we have to start talking about the fact that it leaves us, wow, less than $250 away from Bad Song Stream Part 2. Badder Songser Streamsier. Oh, God. Yeah, so, we do have something to get to.
Ain't nobody gonna take it seriously. Man, just toured China. Literally shut down every single fucking city. Shenzhen, we saw like 600 people. 600 minimum. That's the only people I saw in the crowd. Guangzhou.
That'd be $1,996, thanks.
Baby, no money. Got some new ones, but of course I did not buy it. 10 days, 6 shows, 1 thought, great talk. Asian honey asked me, do I like it? Soaking up all these rappers just like a mouse. Out in China with a lady and she's finer than your bitch. Well, it's my lifestyle, I really fuck with it. Yeah, 3 more shoulder shows, 3 more zeros, gotta know. 3 more goofy hoes, 3 more diamonds that'll glow. Yeah.
This is BB No. BB No dollar sign.
Diamonds on my neck, like please drain. Come and break it, Polly Pocket, use a bobber's trying to top it.
Skirt!
3 more crazy shows, watch me like a pro. I'm in China, never thought I'd get past immigration.
Yo, anybody knows Cryos Gaming, you should be very familiar with BBNOS.
3 more zeros to my chest. 3 more pints of tail, no more shows without a chair, yeah. Got some new ones, but of course I
Adrian.
10 days, 6 shows, 1 thought, great talk. Asian honey asked me, do I like it? Soaking up all these rappers just like a mouse. Out in China with a lady and she's finer than your bitch. Well, it's my
This is the best song.
Yeah, 3 more shoulder shows, 3 more zeros, gotta know. 3 more goofy hoes, 3 more diamonds that'll glow. Yeah, flexing like a little line cause Mary had me. Flexing like a trumper cause the USB in my teeth. 3 more icy gold pieces, 3 more fans on your mom. And her nieces, flip it clean, no more creases.
Hey, I can keep going after this, dude. I can toss on that little Dicky song. It's there. Actually, no, it's not. Whoops. I went to a wrong video.
Got some new ones, but of course I did not buy it. 10 days, 6 shows, 1 thought, great talk.
And the best part about it is that this has no copyright consequences. Woohoo!
Out in China with a lady and she's finer than your bitch. Well, it's my lifestyle, I really fuck with it. Yeah, 3 more shoulder shows, 3 more zeros, gotta know. 3 more goofy hoes, 3 more diamonds that'll glow. Yeah. 3 more, 3 more, 3 more, 3 more, 3 more, 3 more, 3 more.
There you go. I told you I'd do it. Never, ever doubt me. Now, is it necessarily going to be like the most popular SoundCloud rapper? Yak. Nah, I ain't going to do that shit. I ain't going to do that shit. I'm going to play something I actually like. Yo. Unless it's Bad Song Stream 2, then I'm fucked. Literally, the job that you have is to fuck my ears badly. Never Walk Alone by Green Rose Fairy. Or Fair. Jesus Christ. I can't speak today. I cannot speak today. Opinion on Killswitch Engage? We could potentially be doing a rank 'em all of Killswitch Engage. What if a rapper made a 19-minute long song? It all depends on who the rapper is, and it'd probably be amazing. I'm not gonna lie, it'd probably be really, really good. I have, in fact, heard an 8.5, well, was it 8.5 or was it just 8-minute long Busta Rhymes song there is a, I want to say, close to 8-minute long Slaughterhouse song, and both of those are great. To be perfectly honest with you, I think I've played the Slaughterhouse song in chat before, and I may have played Flip Mode Squad Meets Death Squad by Busta Rhymes in here as well. Don't forget about Rapper's Delight, though. Rapper's Delight is not a short song, but that was back in the day. You know, that was a long time ago when these weren't necessarily, you know, rap songs weren't usually restricted to like between 2 to 4 minutes. That's what I thought. There we go. Kendrick Lamar has a 10-minute long track. That's true. He has Sing of Me, I'm Dying of Thirst. Opinion on Earth, Wind, and Fire. Earth is cool because I walk on it. Wind is kind of nice. You know, if it's a warm day, nice breeze is awesome. Fire! 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 Yeah! Also, the band's good. Yeah, I got your super chat. Avatasia with Draconian Love by Water Blanc. That was what I was updating right there. That's what I was updating right there. Yeah, this is pretty awesome. Like, I feel like I should be at a Renaissance fair right now, and I should be loving my life, and I should be with one of my old friends. I should be with my old friend Marilyn Scott, and we should be going down to the Renaissance Fair listening to this to get us in the mood. To be at the Renaissance Fair, not the other thing that all you sick fuckers are thinking. Weirdos. Anyways, that rank them all. Killswitch Engage currently in the lead with 29 votes. Meshuggah is in second place with 23 votes. Those two bands are looking like they might end up being your winners, folks, because Catatonia has 19 votes. It's 4 votes behind. Arion is in fourth place with 14 votes. They're pretty much looking like they're eliminated from the running. Insomnium looks eliminated. They have only 13 votes. Machine Head has only 10, and Shining is definitely eliminated. They only have 2 votes. What if this was what American country music was? How awesome would that be? Like, would we really be in a metal stream right now, or would we be a country music stream? Because I think we'd be a country music stream between you and me. Imagine if they had YouTube back in the Middle Ages. I don't know what. I don't know why. Longest song, I tell you, The Hunt by Fauna. I'll keep on not looking at that watch later thing real quick. Hold on. I need to look at this real fast. Ah, I do have it. I do have Death Spells from Holy Fawn still on my... it's right below Fist and Fetus. And right above Denial of God, which is right above Crippled Black Phoenix. New Crippled Black Phoenix was kind of just okay. It wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. I don't think it was nearly as good as Bronze was. Bronze is a really good album. I enjoyed that one. So much that I still enjoy recommending the band, though, because they're pretty awesome prog rock. You set draconian love, you set draconian. R. Kelly also has Trapped in the Closet, dude. I what? Fist and Fetus? Yeah, I still have I have the full album on my watch later list. Oh, can you request Holy Fawn? If you request the whole album, that's going to be like $60, just as a forewarning. But the way in which you do it, take a look at what Nightbot says. That's your information right there. Twistle and Mobius, how are you doing? Twistle is the winner of our $100 Hell's Headbangers gift card from last stream setting. How do I make rank 'em all videos? I set the camera up in front of me, I press play, and I talk. I make the list first, and then I like to build on a little bit of knowledge if I can. You know, I like to tack on some of my information in advance, but whenever I hit play, whenever I hit play, whatever pops out, pops out. Hey, it's okay, Twistle. Yeah, Cody, all you have to do with the Super Chat should give you, if you do Super Chat, it will probably give you like 100 characters to play with, and then you can just tell what song that you want. You're able to do that with PayPal as well, I believe. But the big deal is that if the track is under 5 minutes, it's anywhere between $2 to $5 American. Anything that's 5 to 10 minutes is, you know, between $6 and $10. Really, a good rule of thumb to use is $1 a minute. There's some, you know, whenever it comes to the lower end, I'm usually not that stingy, you know. Usually not that stingy. And then the only time that ever changes, like those rates ever change, is like for example, Bad Song Stream 2. Oh boy. That'll probably be like a $5 minimum donation for a song. Mostly because, and the reason why I would do something like that for Bad Song Stream is because it will probably be taking place during an event. So it'll probably be taking place during a charitable event, like we're doing here right now for the AFA. So it is a little bit extra, but at the same time, it also is helping a little bit more. Lady Gaga really likes metal so much, why does she not play it? Because she doesn't want to, you know? She got into the pop business. She followed the money, literally. She kind of went off and did her own thing. I think she's just like, she's more of a casual fan than like a, you know, somebody where she thinks that, oh shit, I need to like go out and show Amy Lee who's boss, or show whatever who's boss. Oh, I love Timberlake. Justin Timberlake's incredible. Mirrors is 8 minutes long. It's a long track, but it's also, consequently, one of the worst tracks off of the 2020 Experience Part 1. Aside from it having a really, really good beat, and actually having some decent lyrics. You know, that whole entire album has really good lyrics. With the exception of Suit and Tie. Suit and Tie is the worst song on that album. And it was the first single. I wasn't a very big fan of Timberlake's last album. I guess it was meant to be a little bit explorative and sort of like really out there. He's trying a number of things that were a little bit different. It just did not really resonate as well. It didn't resonate very well, I would say, at least not for me. Lurch is giving me some album advice via Facebook. I'll have to toss him a message back whenever I go on break here in a couple minutes. I'll have to do that. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Like, their tracks on 2020 Experience straight up have like a really awesome Prince vibe to them. And you could tell that there's even like a little bit of writing that goes that direction. But I think I am actually going to take a little I'm going to take a short little recess here. I think we're going to stay with power metal during the break. Don't forget, if you have not voted in the poll yet, you should do it. What post-rock bands do I like? Yindi Halda, Sigaros, Explosions in the Sky. I've listened to a little bit of Mogwai. I'm a big fan of that collective. To the point where it was really rough for me to part ways with one of the more modern Explosions in the Sky albums, but I did. So ISIS is more post-metal than post-rock. Let's stay with the theme of power metal. Yesterday we listened to Imaginations from the Other Side, thanks to Water Blanc, and that got me thinking about two different tracks. It made me think of A Night at the Opera, which, by the way, is fucking awesome. Freaking ridiculously good. But then it also made me think about Beyond the Red Mirror. So I think we're going to go into break with the track off of Beyond the Red Mirror, if I can find it. There's actually not a lot on here. Ugh. Well, that kind of stinks. Hey, look, there's my review of it. Well, isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? I'm not singing the song that I want. God damn it! I should have been a little bit more clear. I should have been a little bit more clear with everything. That's my own fault. I'm very tempted to just play like Gunman again. This is the Holy Grail off of Beyond the Red Mirror. And I will be right back after this song from Blind Guardian.
Together change the world forever, one cheerful sound.
Whoops. That took a little longer than I thought. I keep on thinking about this song too. So before we get the next track in and recommended, totally have to play this. These guys are going to be on Prague Power 2019. So maybe our next, maybe we should do a mini like 3-day event that's just called Get CKN to Prague Power 2019. So you can see Orden Ogun perform Gunman live, which is no doubt going to be absurdly fun and amazing, as well as other bands. But no, we won't do that. That's incredibly selfish and not what this channel is all about. You know, very seldomly do we do streaming events that are 100% and 100% go to me. You know what I mean? Very, very rare do we do that. Usually it's only like we did a bid war that was like that didn't have any charity attached to it, I remember. And that was because I didn't have any ideas at that point. And I was also kind of sick whenever that all happened. Like, I was not in good health. Boy, Guy, how much longer? What's going on, my dude? No, because Prague is gross. Did you get me into them? Yes, you did. Yes, you did, my friend. I'll tell you what we need to do. I'll tell you what needs to happen. It's a shame that they're not in here currently in order to have the official announced plans. But I should definitely form in Franchise Hockey Manager Extreme League. That's filled with nothing but like created characters and stuff like that. Either that or like just morph characters from the actual NHL and put them in there. Because I know that I'm pretty sure that the sport that we discussed the most in chat, besides WWE wrestling or just wrestling in general, is probably hockey. I also played this song yesterday. Did I play this yesterday? I don't think it was yesterday. I think it was earlier. Hey! Southern Gamer PS4. What's going on, dude? It has been a while, man. How are you doing? How's everything been going? Saw Justin earlier. So it's good to see you, man. I have to do the wrestling ones and play NHL League from like '98. Oh, dude. I'm not sure what I could. In Franchise Hockey Manager, I'm curious as to if I could retroact the start of my league, like the start of a league. Because if I could do that, that'd be kind of cool. The reason why, back in the day, one of my friends and I, one of the ways in which we trained and became really, really good street hockey players, like to the point that we were feared in the local league, is that we like made a league in our heads, you know, like we just invented a league. And so we spent hours upon hours, days after day, you know, honing in on basic skills, basic crafts. There's like 3 of us, so 2 of us would work on offense, 1 would work on goaltending. I ended up being I wouldn't say a decent goaltender, I was probably the worst of the 3. You can do all NHLs in Eastside Hockey Manager, because new NHLs, I don't do anything with like actual NHL. I only got Franchise Hockey Manager because it was like $9.99 on sale, and I really enjoyed Out of the Park Baseball 18. But I don't think I've updated the 19 yet, because it was still way too pricey. I'm waiting for a big sale on that. Plus, if I have 18, what do I really need 19 for? Like, I'm very satisfied with all the features, and I feel like importing would be a bitch. Would you dump your Norwegian boyfriend? Oh, would you dump your Norwegian boyfriend for Mark? Probably not. Listen, I probably wouldn't do that. Like, and I'm the dude that, you know, you'd be dumping him for. I'm saying, no, don't do that. He's probably awesome. Hey, dude, Southern Gamer, that's some great news. That is some damn great news. I've never been through rehab, so I don't know the experience, but I know some folks that have been, and that's intense. That is, you take kind of an emotional licking going through something like that. And so, man, dude, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, man. I'll see you later, Zach. No offense, none taken. Is Kamikaze better than Revival? Yes, I guess. They're both not very good. They're both not really that good. I did finally break down and listen to part of Kamikaze. I think part of the thing is that these days, I don't know. Like, Marshall Mathers 2 was good. Like, that was actually a decent album. But the albums that preceded it, like the two that preceded it, and then Revival wasn't that great. And it's just, I don't know, man. Like, he can rhyme. He's still got flow. But that's about it. You sent me a thing. What? Why am I not getting these things? Oh, now it wants to show up. What a fucking retarded PayPal thing. I mean, that's dumb. That's dumb as shit. Dumb as bricks. Dumb as pissy. Wow. You did send me a thing. Wow. That certainly was a thing that was sent. Did you get that thing that I sent you? Whoa. Okay. Well, first of all, I'm going to have to go here on the actual rig. That way I can just copy paste the YouTube stuffers. I think that's the wrong password. It is. I knew that. I'm smart. He says. So folks, 3136 from Brother Nero, and he has, it looks like, 3 different. There's over 30 minutes here. Don't need to play them all or whatever, but there's 800, I think. I think you're right. Let's find out what song number 1 is. Song number 1 from Brother Nero with 3136, which we'll add momentarily. Song number 1 is an ad for Kit Kat, which is really dumb. Dissection with Black Horizons. This is off of the Somber Lane. We need to take a look. Hey, are we there? Did we make it? Andy is in here. Wow, it's like I summoned them. We are... Brother Nero, your math is on point. Wow. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Dude, if it was $80,000, dude. Bruh. Bruh. Opinion on indie band The Neighborhood. My downstairs neighbor is obsessed with them. I had I Love You. I had their first album. I recently sold it in a sale. I enjoyed the album as well, but I'm not nearly as big into them as she is. She's like goo goo gaga. Yeah, Andy, I know. Andy, I've been getting the info from Lurch, and he says it's a beast, and I can't wait. I'll probably listen to that after the stream. But we are at the magic number. We are at $800. I have been lurched. That's correct. I have been lurched, and it felt good. It felt very good. I'm. Look at that beautiful. Look at that beautiful line that never can go where it's supposed to. There. Ta-da. We've reached the $800 incentive. We have reached the $800 incentive, which of course means it's time for us to bring up Nightbot, because it's time for us to choose a winner of a $25 Hell's Headbangers gift card, because we have hit that incentive. Thanks to Brother Nero. Everybody right now, especially if you win this, you should perhaps give him a little reach around. give him a little something, something, you know. So, in order to be eligible for this, it is actually very, very simple. All you have to do is type in chat. We're going to give this probably about 10 minutes or so. So you have the opportunity to win this just by typing in chat, and then Nightbot will roll a winner. If you have won before, in a previous stream, not a previous stream, but a previous streaming series, you can win again. I may restrict whether or not there can be multiple winners, though. Yes. Oh. What the heck did you do? Crunchberries on the go. This stream is now sponsored by Crunchberries on the go. Thank you. Cool. I take it that means you got one for yourself, too. Duh. Hey man, sometimes Southern Gamer, you kind of can't help it. Either that, or it's something where after it happens and it's over and done with, you feel very humble, or you feel silly, but at the same time you survive. You know, survival is important. So just the fact that you survive is fantastic. The fact that you're here with us and you feel like a much better person, you feel like a much better man, that's what counts, dude. That is what counts in the long run. That's pretty wild. I can't believe they think Crunchberries on the go. That's insane. So yeah, we are going to give this a little bit more time, probably about another 7 or 8 minutes. Which having this great music, which is probably going to be 100% black metal, definitely helps because of the longer run times. The music might actually get doubled up for just a second. You might hear a slight echo. It's just to straighten out a headphone cord. I'm getting very bad playback. For a second, I thought that was part of the song. I'm still getting very bad playback. God damn it. That's on my end. I mean, it's not like I haven't heard this song before, but still. Stradivarius with Unbreakable is up next. Who are we listening to? This is Dissection, as Brother Nero has just told you. The mod of the man, of the day, of the time, of the second. So 269, I believe, is the conversion. I should know that considering I've been doing it all damned afternoon. And no, it's 266. See how I forget stuff? Because I'm dumb. Everybody say that. Streamer, you're dumb. Hey, I live in California, man. Don't you tell me what to do. I don't live in California. I've been to California. My toes have touched California. I apparently didn't get any of it on me. California is a hellhole. Well, yeah, with all the fires you guys have had, I can see it being very similar. I take orders, but only from real men. Oh my god. Wow. Celtic girl showing her sass. Showing that sassy side. No, I think that the worst state of the union is probably, like, Wyoming. I feel like Wyoming is a state that if, like, something happened and it just disappeared, nobody would miss it. No, no, Wyoming, not West Virginia. I People would miss West Virginia because of West Virginia football, because of WVU. You know, everyone would be like, "Wait a minute, wasn't there a team from that state? Like, wasn't that state good for something? Didn't they do something well?" And then, of course, you'd have all the Pitt fans say no. You'd have like the Penn State fans say who, and then like everybody else would just be like, "Oh yeah, they had that football team. They were all right, and they did some decent things on the basketball court as well." And they partied a lot, and they burnt couches. Yeah, burning couches. Damn, I knew West Virginia was missing. What the hell? All of a sudden, it all comes streaming back, and then like people question it, like the Mandela effect. They're like, "Wait, is this like the Bernstein Bears, where like West Virginia never existed, but somehow it existed in our minds, and we like went to places and." Like, our government and our parents and, like, all of our relatives said that it was West Virginia, but it actually wasn't. It was actually just part of Virginia. Or, like, a lower part of Pennsylvania. Hey, look at this. It's Watane. It's Waters of Ain. Hell yeah, man. Waters of Ain by Watane. We have about 2 more minutes left. Say something in chat if you won the opportunity to win. 15 people currently are eligible to win. And you know who's in this. I see a familiar name. I see Andy. I also don't see a name that I need to see. Uno momento, por favor. And that is CKN versus the World as the representative of Justin Neely. Now the funny thing is, it says over here, unfortunately Chat in Bed isn't available for YouTube yet, but I literally had it yesterday. Nightbot, you're drunk. Nightbot, you drunk son of a bitch. Are you one of those people? I don't know, maybe. I would say yes. The people of Southwestern PA are already blamed for some of those things. Trust me, I'm from Southwest PA. I've seen the people. Some of them definitely have inbred. Some of them have definitely inbred. That is no lie. Alright. We are down to 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's roll it. Oh my goodness. Look who it is. Look who it is. Look who it is. Celtic Girl is the winner of the $25 Hell's Headbangers gift card. Look at the excitement. Look at the excitement. Oh my goodness. Hey Celtic Girl, this is what you're going to have to do. What you need to do is you need to, on either Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, you need to send me your email address and your first and last name. That is what you need to do for me. But there you go, our winner. That is crazy. I also need to look at something real quick. So, pay no mind to me for about 15 seconds. Actually, longer than 15 seconds if you want my honest take. Because I'll probably have to re-enter. What the hell is the... Oh, God. Oh, thanks, Northwestern Mutual. I can't even get into my damn app, but you can send me a fucking book. Good Christ, look at this thing. June 30th, 2018. Guess what day it is right now? Not that. It's like 3 months later. These are horrible books to look at. And I even know what these fucking... I know what these numbers mean. Like, I actually understand this crap. Kind of. But they're just abysmal to look at. Christ. Biggest waste of paper. Anyway. I actually got something really kind of cool with Justin here, and I was wrong. Wow, cool. Solitude at Tyrannus is there. $7 from Justin, by the way. Here's my rank 'em all of Solitude at Tyrannus. Number 6, Downfall. Number 5, Into the Depths of Sorrow. Number 4, Beyond the Crimson Horizon. Number 3, Alone. Number 2, Through the Darkest Hour from 1994. We played a song from that earlier in stream. And number 1, Adagio, which are number 1 albums for the band match up, my friend. We have matching number 1s whenever it comes to Solitude at Tyrannus. Adagio is just such a great record. Thank you very much, Justin. Still need to look at something now. Still need to look at something. Congratulations also to the Celtic Girl. What was I looking to look at? Oh, shit. I need to look at something real fast. I need to remember something that I didn't actually write down. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. Alright. And that's at what? Okay. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. I know what's going on now. I know what's going on. Does it say a Lulu playthrough at 1250? Yes, it does. Lulu and Alud Divinium Insanus both. So basically the reason why you want to make it there is to torture me. Which is actually funny because back-to-back incentives there are both designed to torture me because Bad Song Stream is a stream where literally every single song that is requested by you guys needs to be shit. It needs to be really, really bad. And believe me, I don't know, you probably weren't here for the first Bad Song stream, but it could be literally anything. It doesn't have to be just heavy metal. It can be metal and rock. It can be country. It can be pop. Surprisingly enough, I think we had like one country song in Bad Song Stream 1, which was very, very shocking to me. It was very shocking to me. If Lulu plays, or if it does, I'm turning the volume off. There's a really, really good chance. There's a really, really good chance that I would like to try to make it where you guys can listen to something else. But most of you have said that if we make it to that incentive, you guys want to listen in with me. Like you guys also want to listen in with me. Probably because, you know, whenever I react to things, you'll actually know what the context is. Hank 3 is good country? I agree. I agree, Jack Allen, so there's a good chance you will never hear that on a Bad Song stream. I like Hank the Third. I think Hank the Third's pretty awesome. He's also done some, like, really weird experiments whenever it comes to music. You know, Cattlecore? Oh, what? You know? Oh, what? Is that another one? Or is that the same one? That's gotta be the same one. That's the same one. Okay, good. What the hell? Man, things are breaking. Things are breaking left and right. It's amazing. Hooray, brokenness. It's broken like I am. I think we finally understood... Oh, that's going to be a really bad joke, but I'll say it anyway. I think we understood why Broken Matt was really broken. He was telling us he was hurt the whole entire time. Oh boy, what is going on in here? And before it's actually revealed that Celtic Girl and Jonathan are like best friends or something, just having a blast. That'd be really funny. Somebody donate $500 so we can listen to Lulu. Oh my god. Somebody donate $700 so I can make 15 videos for 15 fans and have you guys actually feel like a reward happened. Uh-oh. I didn't realize I was having guests at my house today. That's pretty cool. Probably picking up some stuff. Oh, by the way, those of you who enjoy jewelry and stuff, and crafts, let me know. I'll have to get at you. Because there's a couple things that are for sale that you might like and want. And it goes directly toward a separate fund, which is for spaying and neutering among Christmas and the kittens. Would I be one of those fans? The 15 people would be drawn at random. Wait, huh? Well, I've always held steadfast with the notion, Brother Nero, that, I mean, they have 10 books and mini-series, and they have plenty of material, okay? Like, there's plenty of material, Brother Nero, for them to go off of from the Malice and Book of the Fallen series. So, yeah, there best be, like, 5 more albums at least. But they might actually happen? Dude, that's amazing news. That's the best news I've had all day. That's the best news I've had all day, quite frankly. I'm going to be real. I mean, that is by this slim of a margin better news than Celtic Girl winning the $25 Hell's Headbanger skin card. Just that much, just a little bit. Why? Because I really, really liked Kaladin Brood's album. I really like that Echoes of Battle. Another derp. I'm dumb. Potato. 232 from Maru. $2.32 from Maru wants to hear Evelyn with Tengle. I had to actually like figure that out because I'm moderately stupid. Mostly because I'm moderately stupid. Well, thank you very much. Once again, Maru right now, whenever it comes to this streaming series, yo. What? Northern Science Productions 1 hour ago in February 2019. The wait is over. More info later this year. Dude, you and me both. I don't even think I have them liked as a label. I'll probably like them just to unlike them. Just to make a statement. Just be like, damn it! A-hole! Oh, dude. Someone talking about how freaking kick-ass that Watain is live. Believe me, dude. Or do that. Or both. I'm aware. That was a show, dude. Do that. Individual. Person. Toaster. Goldenrod, Houseplant, Cheerio, whatever you are, Hip Hip Cheerio, that was a really good show. Bam. Yeah, Finland. What's up, Metal Fury? Hey, dude, who else matters on Northern Side? I don't know. Probably nobody. Probably nobody. Someone tell Atlantean Codex and Gina follow up the White God. Dude, I thought they were back and active again. I thought they were. I'm probably wrong. Because again, dumb as shit. Don't return information. Retain information. Hey, Metal Fury. Ironically enough, look what came today after you won the 1-month subscription to the Metalhead box. I got mine. We'll be making a video about it. We'll be making a video. Woods of Desolation is number 2? I don't know. Maybe. That's, quite honestly, that's kind of a, I think we're going a little far with that. Like, we're kind of hoping. Gallo Braid with Ashen Eidolon is the final of the 3 epics that we've gotten from Brother Nero. Well, these guys are also, or were at one point also on Northern Silence, so, maybe? Could we go with them, maybe? I don't know. And yeah, you were off. Brother Nero, you were off by like 3 minutes. Dude, I ain't gonna punish you for that. Yeah, this is half a Kaladin Brood. You're absolutely right. Yeah, there's just a shitload of projects. There's a lot of projects that go on among that little crew. And really, whenever you're in heavy metal, you see a lot of that because a lot of metal musicians just really love. First of all, they really love being in different projects and trying different things, or you know, just forming strange universes because, yeah, why not? And then, you know, money is also kind of a thing. Okay. Am I going to have to separate some folks and put them in timeouts? That way they can think about what they've done. This is a, this right here is a chat about music and fun and happiness and rainbows. We like rainbows here. You know why? Because that means it just rained. The earth is being given a drink of water. And, damn it, you guys can't act like anything more than a couple of children, then you just wait till your mother gets home. Your mother will know what to do. Mostly because, whenever she comes home, I'll be interested to know who she is. I don't know. He's finally coming into human flesh. He's a dying god. Why can't we be friends? Because some people are assholes and probably deserve a bullet to the head. I don't know. I'm just inventing things at this point. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm retarded. I'm partially retarded. Okay, let's not do that. Let's not suggest that. Alright. Now I'm starting to get some, like, flashbacks to, like, the tail end of July. Ugh. Oh, God. The song's name is Ashen Eidolon. It's just like that, Water Blanc. Says, you know what? That sounds familiar. That's a Celtic Frost song, isn't it? Yes. Dying God coming into human flesh is indeed a very, very good Celtic Frost song. It's off of Monotheist. Gotta love that. €3.49. 406. We have ourselves a nice little queue developing. We have ourselves a nice queue developing. And also some intrigue. Also some intrigue, and it has nothing to do with what's going on in chat. I really don't, I don't know much about 1975, so, I mean, maybe if they have plagiarized, it's kind of alright, you know. How much is original these days, if we're being real? Yeah, mods, if mods time me out or do something like that, I'm not going to stop them. And it's not about who's in the right or who's in the wrong, it's about, listen, stop it. Both of y'all. I won't nullify prizes or anything like that, because I'm not an asshole. But, just chill out. Metal Fury 515, $2. Demon Hunter Through the Black. I need to make sure what the hell is this? Uh-oh! Uh-oh! I might not have started it. And I understand that. Well, believe me, I've had this argument in this chat room before. I've had this argument in this chat before. You might not have started it, but hey, it should be stopped. So we're into both of you. Coming straight from Brother Nero himself. Brother Nero doesn't like to use his trigger finger, but he can. But hey, let's let's take a look at what the hell is this on my eyes. Secret reward unlocked. We have hit one of the magic numbers. There are 4 magic numbers all the way up to $2,000 that actually unlock secret rewards. And we have had one of these already. That was the one that was won by Max Ryder. He won 5 free song requests over the next calendar year. So that's a pretty cool reward right there. So, the reward that apparently nobody's listening to, so it'll probably be won by nobody. The reward is your video made here, which means that the winner wins a video request of their choosing within reason. Within reason. So, if you're thinking that, that's going to lead you to say, rank them all Buckethead, don't nullify your prize with a dumbass request like that. Because guess what? It ain't gonna happen. If you do something that's purely meme, LOL, ha ha ha, funny, make the boy, work 470 hours, ain't gonna happen. Hi, Gamma. What's going on, Gamma? Now you have a couple people with the nice little wrench next to it. And then you also have me. Me who can basically just say, let it happen. And you know what? I'll be honest, I've seen a lot of questions, and then all of a sudden, all hell broke loose. So, this keeps up. Do your thing, boys. Let the wrench be your guide. Anyway, as of right now, Nightbot is once again populating users. Those who are typing in chat. Those who are typing in chat. In before Jonathan Aaronsteel wins the giveaway after getting banned. Because y'all are cruising for it. And believe me, I've done it before, I have no reservations. I have 0 reservations. Hi, Lurch. Yeah, Lurch knows we've been here before. We have seen some shit. Glad to see Gamma in here. I think it's going to depend on who gets to you first. See ya. See ya! Anyway, that's taken care of. Oh, look at that. Aw, he's ineligible now. What a shame. I ain't into that shit. I ain't into all that. That's ridiculous. You literally have an opportunity to win a prize on our channel. Someone's willing to give something away, and you have to act like a baby. Want to act like, oh, fuck authoritarianism, blah, 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 blah. These are the types of folks. These are honestly the type of folks that I was going up against in July, and I was A-okay with blocking their asses as well. Not in the stream, mind you. I have, had friends that turned into exactly that, and guess what? I ain't sad that they ain't my friends no more. Because nobody needs that. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. I really don't care who started it either. Hey, Celtic Girl's our winner. Celtic Girl won the $25 Hell's Headbangers gift card. Yeah, the one thing that I noticed, Celtic Girl, aside from the comment about he probably beats all of his female family members, everything that I saw that was pissing me off was from him. Yeah, because before that he was also trying to type 10,000 messages about every hair metal band in existence. He was trying to be a little spotlight stealer. They're trying to be a little spotlight stealer, and also, you know, there are a lot of folks that like to do that these days. There's a lot of folks that like to do that these days. They like to go into somebody else's stream or somebody else's event and think, hey, look at me, look at me, look at me. Don't look at him, look at me. Don't look at her, look at me. She's dumb, look at me. He's dumb, look at me. Anyway. So we are... For anybody who wants a chance to win, go ahead and post something in chat. I see 19 of you. There's right now 11 people who are eligible. Oh, fucking wasted. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that guy had been around the CKN club or the CKN universe for a long time in comments on YouTube videos. And for the most part was an alright dude. And then that stopped. And there's been a couple of folks that have been like that, where they've been alright folks and then all of a sudden they've stopped. And it's probably because, oh, CKN's not doing what I want. He's not doing what I want. He's not doing it fast enough. You know, he's not, you know, 19 or 20 or 21 anymore, where he can literally dedicate his entire life to this. He has to actually pick up other things. Look at me, I'm the streamer now. Oh yeah, Spires. Spires, man. Did he go full neo-Nazi? Yeah, wouldn't be surprised. There's been a... Listen, everybody these days, what people care about these days is not so much the issues, they care about taking sides. They care about taking sides, they get basic rhetoric from past arguments, and they just regurgitate it. That's all it is. It's just regurgitation of past arguments. You're not getting any new information. Hell, you're not even... most of the time, you're not even getting old, accurate information. Like, none of it is good. None of it is good. But yeah, Celtic Girl, I wouldn't worry. I wouldn't worry too much. If you're embarrassed or feel like there's a problem, there's not. We cool. Check out Arrows by Holy Fawn, says Cody Kynert. Thanks, brother. $5 Canadian. $5 Canadian. $5 cannoli. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it, man. You just got into Absu. Nice! Nice! Absu's an awesome live band, too. Just to throw that out there. Just to toss that little factoid into the air. Into the air tonight. And, yeah, I know I just mentioned Phil Collins' lyrics. Get off me. This is Gallowbraid with Ashen Eidolon. Gallowbraid is an awesome project. Are they as good as Kaladin Brood? No, but they do feature members of Kaladin Brood, which is probably why they sound as good as they do. Just saying, you know. Just tossing that out there. We've played a couple other tracks from Gallowbraid in the past, and I think, Brother Nero, I think you've been the one to recommend all of them. If I were a betting man, I would say that's probably a truth. That's probably a hashtag truthism. Ugh. 15 eligible users. Someone's going to win a video request of your choice. Literally called Your Video Made Here. Once again, I will say, though, within reason, I'm giving you basically like 2 or 3 shots. And if the only thing that you can say are memes or things that would take over 500 hours, you're not getting the video. It'll never get made, and I won't care. You know, I've had to add a lot of strict rules to some of these things because of other people. Again, the worst part about life is never usually yourself, it's usually the other people that surround you. So, while we pick a winner, which is going to happen momentarily, we have to get into the next song in our queue, which is Unbreakable from Stradivarius. Unbreakable from Stradivarius. I think there's a television on. I might have to close the door and queue up the AC, because we are going to be going for probably at least the next hour, considering we do have a decent-sized queue at the moment. We just had 35 minutes of pretty darn good black metal, too. We just had Dissection, Watain, and Galabrade. And the news that Kaladin Brood could be releasing a new album next year, potentially. When will I play that song? Cody, it's going to unfortunately be a little while, because there are some tracks ahead of you. Right now there's a Solitude Adds Here in a song that was requested from Justin. That's going to come after this. Then we have Evelyn with Tengol, Celtic Frost with The Dying God Coming into Human Flesh, and Demon Hunter with Through the Black. And then we will have Arrows by Holy Fawn. So it's right now 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 5th. It's 5th in the queue. And Eugene is going to have the 6th track in the queue, which is Bloodbat's Bloodicide, which is the dumbest name, I swear to you. It's such a dumb name, but it's a good song. Like, it's amazing how, like, really corny that song title sounds. Oh, hey, we need to pick a winner. We need to pick a winner. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide because you just won. What? Wow. Wow. Double winner? Double winner? We're gonna have to re-roll that. We're gonna have to re-roll that. Because we did just mention that I was going to discourage multiple winners. We're going to have to re-roll that, so all the congratulations are unfortunately in vain. Plus, I think she got the better prize anyway. So let's actually give that another roll. Let's give that another roll. Celtic Girl, whenever you get me your information for the Hell's Headbangers gift card, we'll actually talk a little bit about potentially doing a little something to maybe honor this in some way. It's rolled again. David the Welder! David the Welder has won the giveaway. So David, you are the winner. So your video made here. That is the title of the win. So what you need to do is hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, one of the social media accounts. Give me 3 different ideas for a video that you would like to see from Cover Killer Nation, within reason. Within reason. If you put one of the rank-em-alls that isn't winning, it probably won't get made. But David the Welder, you are our winner. Congratulations. I was actually not in that. I actually didn't put CKN versus the World in there for Justin because I actually have a video that was one of his that I need to actually make, which is top 10 traditional doom metal bands. Metal Fury, I did get yours. I did get yours. I just didn't reply, but I did receive it. I don't always reply right away, unless you actually get me like sitting down in front of a computer whenever I'm not streaming or not watching a stream. Yeah, 3 different ideas. We'll narrow it down from there. The only reason why I'm saying 3 different ideas is just in case any of the ideas are, like illegal. Just easier to have you give your ideas and then we talk about it and discuss it and then come to a consensus. It's a little democratic, but I think it's also really, really good. It's a good idea. You don't have any of those social media, so you'll need to make one. David, you have email, I'm sure. I'm sure that you have email. me see, can I like DM you? Why is there not personal messaging on this? Like, seriously, why is that not a thing that YouTube chat has? Nemo, please, I beg you, have a hairball. Have a big fucking hairball, like a giant one. Like, litter my floor with wet hair. I am being so serious, dude, because, man, you sound really, really bad, and it scares the shit out of me. And it looks like you're swallowing them as they're coming up, which is not cool. Like, just let it out. I guarantee you, it'll be so great if you do that. Yes, I talk to my cat as though I'm the Lord. Don't mind me. I'm just an idiot. If you have email, name of the channel at gmail.com. I would write that down if I were you. Name of this channel, so coverkillernation at gmail.com. Now, in before everybody in chat sends me an email saying that they're Dave the Welder. In before everybody in chat sends me an email saying, hey, I'm Dave the Welder. Then I get another one that says, hey, I'm Dave the Welder. And then I get like Dave the Welder at gmail.com. And, you know, hey, we have $2 from Gamma. He says, The Century by Gorod, new song. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, that is new. They have a brand new, fresh release that's coming out very, very soon, and we should be excited about that. We should also be excited about the fact that we are $171.09 away from Bad Song Stream 2, which, oh boy! If you remember Bad Song Stream 1, probably the last thing that it needs is a sequel, but the best thing for it to have is a sequel, so let's act like that made sense. Let's act like that made sense in any language. So right now we are going to be playing Is There by Solitude Aeternus. So right now the way in which the queue is looking, we have Is There by Solitude Aeternus, we have Evelyn with Tengel, we have Celtic Frost, A Dying God Coming into Human Flesh, Through the Black by Demon Hunter, Arrows by Holy Fawn, Blood Aside by Bloodbath, and then the new Gorod release. Can you use that email for the 5 free songs? Absolutely! Gamma is well the Daver. Nice. Dude. Yo. That rules. While this plays, though, while this Solitude track plays, which I've heard a number of times, I am going to step out and capture myself another drink and catch a little bit of air. I think I'm also going to turn my AC on like super duper low because despite the fact the door is open and everything, I'm getting kind of hot. I mean, I know I look good, and that could be part of the reason, but I don't think it's the whole reason. So, need to get a little air circulating in here. So I'll be back shortly. Enjoy Is There by Solitude Aeternus. This band, this band's awesome, okay? Listen to them. Be right back.
I'm not a
Hello. I have returned. Time to finish this off, man. Like caramba. Ay, ay, ay. So we have basically everybody here except for Wobbin. Oh man. I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hungry. €2.29 from DH once he hears some 32 leaves of makeshift. I get to go back to conversions. Hooray. I can't remember anything. 266. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that, man. That'll be tacked on. As of right now, that's looking at the that's the new final song of the queue. We have to get to our next song in the queue, however. For Alone. Oh, what the hell? Just shut up. Just shut up, Ad. I don't even know what you are. I don't even care what you are. Just go away. Evelyn with Tengel is up next. Let's go ahead and get to it. Or, well, yeah. Oh, jeez. Yeah, we have quite a queue. We have quite a queue right now. We have Celtic Frost coming up after this, followed up by Demon Hunter, Arrows by Holy Fawn coming up after that, Blood Aside, the new Gorod track, which was requested by Gamma, and then we have 32 Leaves of Makeshift. But yeah, Franchise Hockey Manager, Stream League. I'm thinking about it, boys. I'm thinking about it, boys. I think it's going to be pretty fun. I think it'd be a pretty fun thing. I'm just determining and thinking about some of the details. It'd be a fun little, like, chill thing to stream every so often. It'd be a fun little chill thing to stream whenever we do the, whenever we do some gaming. Like, those would be streams where I wouldn't even care if there was, like, just, like, 7 of you. Yeah, I just picked up 3 on a bargain. Is that a game based off of Football Manager? It might be made by the same people. It's possible. These are the same folks that did Out of the Park Baseball. So it might be? Yeah. I wish that they would make them for basketball and football also. I think that'd be cool. I would honestly get all of them, and I'd play them during the seasons, because, I don't know, I just really like that stuff. And like I said, whenever I was a kid, a couple of my friends and I, we sort of invented our own league, so it's pretty cool to simulate stuff based off of some of that old information, or some of that old fun, just for the hell of it. That's my favorite Catatonia album. I'm really, really big into Brave Murder Day. I also, love Michael Ackerford's vocals on that album, and just the overall flow of it. So that might actually be #1 on my list. I don't know. I've never done a Rank 'em All Catatonia. Listen, it's something that we could do. There is after all a Rank 'em All poll. There is after all a Rank 'em All poll to determine a. Did I not vote in this? What? Did I not put my horse in this fight? Oh, no, I already did. Just kidding. LOL. But yeah, this is going to be the last day of this poll. This is going to be the last day of this poll. Tonight's decision is also really, really good. That transition was awesome. Yeah, if you haven't voted in the poll yet, definitely make sure that you do that. Oh, dude. You guys had your own leagues and took it really seriously. What did I vote? Water Block, I wish I remembered. I wish I remembered what I voted, man. Out of the Park Baseball, I have 1,200 hours in. And I have a league based off of the same idea that we had for hockey whenever I was a kid. That is I think 70 years into its it's been around for 70 years or close to. I think the first season was 2016, and I think I'm currently in 2084. So I'm 2 years away from it being the 70-year anniversary. I'll be honest, I really don't know what I voted for. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you because I honestly do not recall. Celtic Frost coming up next. Yeah, right now I'll talk about the leaders here in just a second, though a lot of you have probably clicked on the link to see how it's going. Lurch says he has one request. I have one request, and no, it's not Spires. Oh dear. How much time do we have left? It's going to go until 12 o'clock a.m. Hey, nice. Wow. David the Welder goes with 3 potential album reviews. Nice. Okay, dude. I will get back to you. I'll get back to you probably in a bit. Yeah, it's 2 rank-em-alls. It's 2 rank-em-alls. So the top 2 will be the winners. And what made that a little bit difficult was the fact that there is an option where you can vote multiple times, but I don't trust people not to just click like 7 bands, you know what I mean? You were 1 hour late? Oh no, it's 12 o'clock Eastern time, so there's another 5 hours and 20 minutes in the poll. So, my apologies if I didn't make that clear, Adam. I'm sorry, dude. Yeah, Dave, that might be something where I want to look into those because I'm unfamiliar with all 3 of them. So, curious ideas that I have in mind that are kind of getting into my brain that also would up the workload for myself, but might totally be worth it to do it. Might totally be worth it. Lurch has 1 request and it's not Spires. The fear. The fear exists. And there it is. There it comes through. We get to find out what it is. $8 from Lurch. Xenoblight with Nocturnal Manifestations. Alright, dude. Alright. Right now that's looking like the end of the stream song at the moment. Although that could change because we still have a lot of queue to get through. We do still have some queue to get through. We have Demon Hunter, we have Holy Fawn, Bloodbath, Gorod, and 32 Leaves. But thank you very much. We are steadily moving forward toward $1,000. Now remember everybody, we will have a stream tomorrow since there was no stream on Monday. So the Alzheimer's Aide streaming series will enter its 2nd Saturday stream once again. So, as I pick up my head because I'm a genius. Anyway, so tomorrow's stream will probably start at 3 p.m. Eastern and will probably run till about 7. So it'll be about 4 hours in length. It'll be the last opportunity to make the push toward any incentives. We are not going to have any overtime streams this time around because that actually caused a little bit of havoc. It actually caused a little bit of a havoc last time around, so that will probably not happen. So with tomorrow's stream, I'm also going to see if I can't try to get on a little bit earlier than 3, but no promises. Tomorrow's stream, dude, Cody, that's not a real. That's a pretty good way to like promote it. Weirdly enough, but like tomorrow's stream, its end time is not like a determined 7 p.m. like it was last week. So the stream tomorrow night could potentially go a little long, and if we were to do any sort of overtime, it would be to, like, if we had too many songs in the queue, and I did have to leave for some reason, it would be to make sure that those songs get played. So it'd be like a free stream where those songs got played, and then, and only then, would I accept any sort of donations. The reason why is because in October we're starting a brand new series for a different cause. So that's why. It sounded better in your head. Dude, it was good. I used to do like little things like that with the streams back in the day. Like I'd have like scream bloody gore, screaming for vengeance, and things of that variety. Long live the stream. Things of that variety was kind of my thing. Because I am also lame as shit. Stream, aim, fire. Yo! Stream, aim, fire is hot. That is straight fire. Oh, Horizon Zero Dawn. How's that been, dude? How has that been? I'm very curious. We have €5 from Maru that we will calculate into our total here momentarily. But first we need to get up Through the Black by Demon Hunter. Southern Gamer, I've not played a lot lately. I was really excited about La Mulana 2, and then it doesn't work on my laptop. Because the stupid engine that they use is not, it's very resource heavy, despite the game itself not necessarily having a ton of, like, the graphics of the game should honestly play on the laptop that I have. And honestly, they probably should have stuck a little bit more to the style that they had in the first game. Although they wanted to have a little bit more 3D and a couple different abilities. So they did make upgrades, which I think was really, really cool. It's going to keep the game super duper fresh. But that just hurt my soul so much that I haven't played much. Hey, €5 for Hellion Prime with Silent Skies. I want to get into, like, I almost started Franchise Hockey Manager last night. I honestly almost did. I had it right there and ready to boot up, but it was already like 2 in the morning, and I knew that if I started that, I would be up all night playing. Like, I'd be customizing and doing the whole deal, so it was better off for me to walk away, at least for that night. 581 is what that converts to, by the way, just to offer a little bit of transparency. That's going to take us up to $848, so it puts us at $151.64 away from Bad Song Stream Part 2. You know what? I heard some things about the Spider-Man game that were pretty good. I heard some other things that were kind of, you know, I see the Spider-Man game as potentially like a very PG Deadpool. Like a very PG Deadpool game, you know? And that's essentially, like, that's the best way that I can kind of call Spider-Man. He is like a PG Deadpool because he wisecracks, but it's all like very clean. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Riverside. Oh, yo-yo. I will be listening to that probably later tonight as well. I have a lot that I can listen to. And you know what the good part about Franchise Hockey Manager and Out of the Park Baseball is? I don't need their music or their ambience or their noises. Not at all. There's like barely anything whenever it comes to music or audio. So I can listen to just about anything I want, and while I'm playing, and it's great. It's amazing. Yeah, Riverside has released already. That's today. Riverside was today. New Horrendous, New Revocation, New Anon Craft, and a lot of others. A new Vreed album. There's a new Vreed album that just dropped today. So there's a lot that came out. You know, I'm seeing a lot of stuff say that I see a lot of stuff like move forward very quickly. Like whenever it was still yesterday, it was saying that this stuff was released on Metal Storm, but I'm fairly certain it's because of where they're located in the world. I think they're located in Europe, so it had passed 12 midnight. Weren't a fan of Deadpool 2. I liked it. But the thing is that it's you're only going to be able to do so much, I think, with the Deadpool franchise. Like, I would say that if they wanted to do a third Deadpool movie, which they're of course going to rush that and probably have it out in 2 years, they should honestly wait a little bit longer. They should probably wait like 7 or 8 years. Like, have a nice long build for it, I would say. Hey, Zach, what's going on, dude? Machine Head also is just learned throughout the course of the stream. Machine Head is going on a farewell tour in 2019 and calling it quits, apparently. Calling it quits. We know that's probably bullshit. But yeah, there is no way that they're going to hold off for 8 years. Right now, movies are in a cash grab environment, especially with superhero films. They are milking that teat as long as that teat is, you know, producing. Yeah, but, oh, that's right. Disney now owns Fox, which, it also means that Disney owns, like, it owns their football coverage, too. Good lord. Like, where does Disney not want to get their feet wet? Disney soon enough, we're going to hear about this. We're going to hear about this. This is what's going to happen, okay? We're going to get this, we're going to get this little notification that says, Disney just bought Pornhub. Disney just bought Pornhub. Hey, up next we have Holy Fawn with Arrows. I know that Cody has been waiting and waiting and waiting for this song to be played, and for me to be able to give him a little bit of information about how I feel about the album, which I haven't gotten a chance to listen to yet. My listen list is destructively long. Like if my listen to list was heroin, I'd be dead. Rob seriously wants to go out on Catharsis? I doubt it. I'm sure that Rob would probably, he's probably going to go solo or like start a new band or do something. I doubt Rob's going to stay away. If he does, oh god, I tell you what, the ridicule that Rob will get if he basically just walks away from music after Catharsis, considering how much he got wrecked. Do I listen to Heroin? Are we talking the Velvet Underground song? Yeah, I've heard it. It's pretty good. They've grown apart, apparently. Yeah, I could see why. I can kind of see why. What's my favorite? One of my favorite albums of all time: Modeling of the Well, Leaving Your Body Map, and Modeling of the Well Bath. Great combination of albums. My Fruit Psychobells, Modeling of the Well once again. Modeling of the Well is just probably, they're up there as one of my favorite bands of all time. All-time favorite is Rust in Peace by Megadeth. That still holds up to this day, amazingly enough. Just such a smooth and easy listen. By the way, this is super chill. This is super chill, and I'm digging it. Nice. I'm always a fan of super chill. So after this, we have Blood Aside by Bloodbath. We have the new Gorod track. We have 32 Leaves by Makeshift. We have Xenobloom. And we have Hellion Prime with Silent Skies. It gets heavy. Hey, that's cool. It could stay like this, honestly, but you know what? This just reminded me of a band that hasn't been in my mind over the past couple of weeks, and should have been, If These Trees Could Talk. Oh my gosh. How did I spend the last couple of weeks of my life forgetting that If These Trees Could Talk exist? That's like heresy. It's it's like a sort of crime in many ways. Hey, you got your ticket today for Metallica's next gig. Nice, good deal. Do I think that Metallica will release another album? Yes, they actually want to. They want to. They want to release the album in a much shorter order fashion than they did with Hardwired to Self-Destruct. So they don't want it to take as long for a new album to come out. If you count Lulu, which you really should, it took them what, 5 years? Yeah, it took 5 years for Hardwired to Self-Destruct to come out. If you don't count Lulu, then it took 8. Oh my gosh, If These Trees Could Talk are fantastic. They're wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Bones of a Dying World is a wonderful album. It is a little bit heavier, but again, what is really nice about it is that it knows when to chill and it knows when to rock. Very solid release, completely instrumental, no vocals, and just about all of that. It's great. But yeah, that's at least what the band has said. That's what the band has said. Now, whether or not that actually comes through, that actually happens, no way for us to know for sure, and we have no way of knowing what the future will hold or what will maybe happen. You know what I mean? There's still a lot that can happen. So, I mean, we want to be sitting here saying, hey, there's going to be a new Metallica album before, say, like, the new Tool album. Which very well could be true. Cody, I think you'll really like it. Like I'm really liking this. One band that's that the Riff Notebook turned me on to these past couple days, Teenage Wrist. They remind me very much of a 90s alternative band. Especially, they have a little bit of a merging point of the shoegaze of the Catherine Wheel, and then they also have just that modern alt sensibility. It's really a great mix. It's really a great mix. This song is Arrows by Holy Fawn. Yeah, if you do the math, we'll get the new Tool album in like 2032 or something like that. We did the math yesterday, and now I've already forgotten it. This is Holy Fawn with their song Arrows. Oh, excuse me. Reminds you of Call the Luna? Not a bad comparison. Not a bad comparison, if I'm being honest. No, this is not a 2018 release. This is unfortunately not a 2018 release. Like this song in particular, this is from 2017. So we missed it. It happens. What are you going to do? But I agree that Risk is better than Super Collider. Yeah, I have that in a list and rank them all to back it up. That was pretty awesome, dude. Thank you very much for that, Cody. I appreciate it, man. That was cool. But now we're going to get into something that's a little bit more chaotic. The brand new album is going to be entitled The Arrow of Satan is Drawn. The song is entitled Blood Aside, which I still think is just comically hysterical. But this is Blood Aside by Bloodbath. This is their brand new track, so scope it out. After these messages from Skittles. No, it's not, because that's a horrible commercial that sucks. Nobody likes that commercial. By the way, this also includes a couple of other bonus castmates to it. It also includes Jeff Walker, John Walker, and Carl Willits. Or Willits, rather. Everybody kind of quit on Rob. Oh my gosh, jeez. I have no idea. Maybe it's because his lyricism and the way he was acting reminded us a lot of the guy who just got banned today. A little bit, kind of, sort of. I can just imagine whenever they were making Is There Anybody Out There, the other members of Machine Head just kind of like collectively, whenever the song was suggested and like maybe the sheet music was shown, was just kind of like, you know, like they were looking at each other like, we wasted this like halfway decent riff on this shit. Oh, but it was included on their album that was released this year. Oh, really? Well, then, Andy, strike what I just said. Apparently, Holy Fawn, Arrows. Arrows was actually released on an album that they put out this year here in 2018. So, technically speaking, I guess that counts. Is it cool if you gave me a shout-out in a future upload? Absolutely. Do what you want, my friend. Do what you want. Sanctity had a bright future back in the day. Well, hey, you know what? We could have had a Nevermore reunion too, but thanks, Angela. Thanks, Arch Enemy. Oh, what a contrast from the last song. Yeah. Is the Burning Red better than Catharsis? Lulu might be better than Catharsis. Okay, that might be going a little too far. That might be going a little too far. Catharsis was a damn mess. Maybe that's the album that I should put it as an incentive to have to do a playthrough of. But yeah, this is definitely a huge difference, 100%, which actually is kind of funny. But yeah, the next track we'll have is the new Gorod. Well, Gorod, 32 Leaves, Xenoblight, and Hellion Prime. And I think that'll probably do it for us for tonight. But I'd rather listen to Catharsis or 6 Feet Under. At least with 6 Feet Under, I can laugh. I can at least laugh with 6 Feet Under. Catharsis made me cringe. Like, it literally made me cringe, as though I was... And especially now, after experiencing some of the conversations and seeing some of the posts and stuff that I've seen, and videos that I've seen this year, and some of the arguments that people... It just makes me... Oh. It's bad. It's really, really bad. Like, the album has moments where it's trying to be decent. And honestly, Rob... His lyricism and even his vocals in some cases are really the big weak point. It's one of the biggest weaknesses of the album. You know, he does not sound like somebody that I guess should be even... It sounds like he read a lot of political arguments or a lot of, you know, social issue topics on Tumblr. Like, instead of actually going to, like, actual news media sources and stuff like that, which, I mean, how many of those are legitimately left? He went to, like, some SJW, like, unknown, you know, we can't actually define them because they won't allow us to define them because that's their preferred pronoun. You know, they're posting everything about whatever, and that's, he just took that as gospel or fact. The thing is, I haven't listened to Lulu in a long time. It's been a long, long time. So I'm very curious as to whether or not that has aged more favorably. Because again, one of the funny things about age is that sometimes the things that really, really sucked, all of a sudden, based off of things that you've heard in recent memory, all of a sudden those things that suck don't really suck as bad anymore. With limited exception. F You by Queensryche it doesn't suck as bad as whenever it came out. Mostly because I think we know what to expect. It's just really, really boring cock rock. It's just really, really boring wuss rock, as it was defined. Gorod with the century, by the way, as we continue this conversation. Let the Vinnie Manzanas is still pretty damn bad. But we also know that it is the anomaly of the Morbid Angel collection. We know that it's the anomaly of the Morbid Angel discography, so that kind of softens the blow a little bit. You know, it's one of those things where you can say, okay, that's over with, that's done. You know, we can move on. You know, Kingdom's Disdain basically told everybody, listen, we're not, we haven't forgotten how to write music. You know, that was an experiment. Obviously, you guys didn't like it. They moved on. And that was our cue to move on. You know, we can still talk about it as the piece of history that it is. You know, we can still say it sucks. You know, that's just having an opinion. It's whatever. But we know that Morbid Angel doesn't suck as a band. Lulu is the one album that I'm not too sure about, because it has been, like I said, a very, very long time. It has been a very, very long time since I've listened to that album all the way through, all 2 discs of it at the same time, you know, one listen. So if we make it to that incentive level, I'll be very, very curious to see how that goes. I'll be very curious about that. Why can't you have meaningful, real lyrics and good music, though? Again, I think the biggest problem is the fact that they weren't really very meaningful. You know? It sounded like somebody's gripe set from whenever they were like 13 or 14 years old, where they have a very limited understanding of things, or their understanding is based mostly on other opinion or popular opinion. You know what I mean? Alright, brother. You have a good one, Andy. I'll see you later, man. CK, you didn't play 32 Leaves Makeshift? We're not there yet. Yeah, we're not quite there yet. Oh yeah, some bands can absolutely make good political songs. I agree. The band that we're talking about, by the way, is Machine Head with Catharsis. Yeah, so we're talking about Machine Head with Catharsis in this regard. But if you take a look in history, yeah, like especially like some of the subtle lyrics that you got from Neil Young. Neil Young didn't even have to really dig deep and be absolutely directed in your face about things in order to potentially make a point in a song. But then again, you also know that the public is also kind of stupid. The public, if they had their way, would have Born in the USA probably played before every sporting event known to man. And it's actually more of a criticism than anything else. It's kind of a little tongue-in-cheek track that the boss came up with. Excuse me. 32 Leaves. I almost gave you guys the length of the song. I almost said 4:41 with Makeshift. 32 Leaves with Makeshift is up next. Then we have Xenoblight, and we'll finish up with Hellion Prime, and then I will... gotta think of a track for the end of the stream to be brought to you by. Yeah, Rockin' in the Free World. Oh my god, dude. Yes! That's another really good example. I feel like there's a whole entire era, or like there's just a short little time of American history where some of their most popular artists were working on colorful ways to criticize America or different aspects of it, while also making their songs sound like they should be played from every, like the bellows of every single tower. You know, it should be the new anthem. Thank you, Eugene, by the way. Rotting in the Free World. A little carcass action for you. Keep on rotting in the free world, my friend. That was Swan Song, I believe. That's a Swan Song song right there from their era. Keep on boning in the free world. Actually, I could totally see if they expanded their horizons. I could see like Cannabis Corpse write a song and call it "Keep on Bonging in the Free World." Your favorite Carcass album? Hey, don't be sour on that, my friend. That's a damn good album. That's a damn good album. Ooh, someone mentioned Fen. I like Fen a lot. They're a very good band. Somebody buy me the discography. Come on, do it now. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, man. Alternative metal. It's an interesting, like, little genre. I have to say, it's one that has a lot of hovering points, and you're going to get a lot of discussion and debate about who is included and who is not. Because you hear the sound of this right here, it's really no different than what you heard from Fuel and some other bands like that, and their heaviest moments, like Bush's Machine Head, for example, sounds really, really heavy. But Bush isn't a metal band, you know? Kind of funny, isn't it? They just rock out. That's what they do. So, again, you're going to have a lot of people debate, and of course, depending on what side of the argument you lie on, you're going to be a little bit more, you know, putting up your dukes for it being something that you want it to be, as opposed to the alternative basis and fundamentals of an actual argument, 101. There you go. Yeah, first key part of having an argument, have a point. Thanks you, and good night. Alternative rock band Incubus or underground death metal band Incubus? I'll take the rock band. I'll take the rock band. The underground death metal band's not all that good. At least in my opinion. I don't think they're as legendary as some folks behold them to be. Is Breaking Benjamin alternative metal? I would consider them alternative rock, between you and me. 10 years alt metal, alt rock. See, for me, alternative. I'm on the side that says alternative rock. Alternative metal, whenever I look at it, is kind of like. I'm trying to think of a couple bands actually, because I'm more known for progressive alternative. Because I see like Coheed and Cambria as a progressive alternative band. You know, I'm not really worried about that. Like that's not something that concerns me very much. That's a... If I saw somebody calling that alternative metal, I wouldn't cringe. I guess that's the best way I could put it. That'd be like someone saying, hey, Paramore's metal. You know? No, they're not. But if you say Paramore is like alt-rock, I can accept that. You know, some say it's more pop rock. I'm not too sure about that, but whatever. Yeah, Maru has got... all of the genres and the subgenres, we have too much. There's too much, man. There's way too much out there. Dude, metal has more than enough. And they're inventing more. This is a generation of inventing new genres for pretty much no good reason. Why do you think I like the idea of hybrid metal so damn much? Because it's simple. And because it's like, there you go. You don't know what to call something? Bam, it's hybrid metal. Case closed. It's the brand new, like you know how heavy metal has its basic subsidiaries, how it has thrash metal, power metal, blah, whatever. Hybrid metal. Bam, there it is. Simple. Simple. And then you can get into the arguments of, well, is avant-garde really its own like main subgenre, or is it a subgenre of progressive? My response to that is fuck you. Nocturnal Manifestations by Xenopolite is up next, as I just basically say, I don't know. This is why I can never be truly 100% a family-friendly streamer, because every so often you just have to have one of those moments where your argument is literally fuck you. Because some of the arguments that are out there are dumb. and don't need to be there. Tell me that the first song in Karma in Effect isn't metal? Listen. I'm gonna throw down some knowledge right here, alright? Basic rule of math is that if you are doing percentages, the one that is the largest of the percentage is seen as the greatest, correct? So, one song off of an album, really one song perhaps out of a band's discography, or just like 3 out of a band's entire discography, which could span 50 to 70 songs, however many, doesn't really matter, does not instantaneously make a band a genre. It doesn't. Because it's a minority genre. Listen, I'm now inventing like the DNA of genre. Oh my god, I'm adding to the problem. No, no. You can make a metalish song and not be a metal band. Exactly. Thank you. Brother Nero sums it up better than me, because sometimes I just talk and talk and talk. Hi Janoxy, what's going on? How you doing? How's it going? Black metal bands do ballads that don't make them singer-songwriters. Yeah, like, would you really consider Evenfall by Dark Fortress to be a pure black metal song? It's more mellow black, or, you know, melodic death in some ways. Like, not even mellow death. It's got a little doom quality. I don't know. Who cares? Who gives a shit? It's a good song. That's what it is. And even going further, Wraith, which has nothing but clean vocals and doesn't sound anything like black metal aside from, you know, some of the basic constructions of the track. They Wrote On! It's not a metal song, but it's amazing. That is a 9-minute amazing track. That is really, really good. Oh man, Coldplay. Listen, confession time. A Rush of Blood to the Head by Coldplay is an amazing fucking album. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you think I'm lame. You know what? I'm lame then. I don't care. I'll be totally lame. I'll start hobbling around like I lost a leg in Nom. You know? I don't give a damn whenever it comes to that. That is a really awesome what is going on. Oh. We have one more donation coming in. I think this is just an informational donation, though. $1 from Justin Neely. And he is saying, Mudhoney released a brand new album today. Wow, I didn't know that Mudhoney was still in their comeback cycle. I haven't listened to it yet. I pre-ordered the new Riverside album. It isn't going to arrive until Thursday. After your reply, I gotta leave. I'll try to be here tomorrow. My friend, I will see you tomorrow if you happen to be here. If not, then you have yourself a fantastic weekend, and we will see you in October, considering Monday will be October, and I'll be the next time I'll be streaming after tomorrow will be sometime in October. I'll have to see if I can't locate that new Mudhoney album and give it a little listen, you know, just to see what I think. Russian Blood Seat Gamma knows what's up. Oh yeah. Balzilla, I haven't gotten to listen to it yet. I've only heard the singles. I'm like, I'm itching, man, I'm itching. And I won't be able to talk about any of those albums till next week. Because tomorrow we have the last stream. Sunday, I am nowhere close to this, like, studio all day. Nowhere near it. I am, like, this room, I will be in this room probably for the first time all day at, like, 11 or 12 at night. Like, no lie. So, Monday will be the first day I'll actually get a chance to potentially record some videos. Which, I want that. Maroon 5 has 7 members now? Why? Why? Like, what? Why do they need 7 members? Like, do they have Adam Levine, they have the 3 band members that they pretend are important, and then what? Do they have, like, 3 people that control his auto-tune? Yeah, just play what he wants you to play, you know, and he'll maybe pay you $100,000. Hey, you know what? Damn. I just said $100,000 and thought to myself, you know what? That's not a half bad gig. Listen, If Adam Levine was going to pay me $100,000 just to sing backup on his songs, like just to go ooh every so often, yeah, sure, I'll go on tour with Maroon 5, go ooh every night for like however many dates, travel the world. I'm going to $100K for that. Why not? You know what that is? That's experience. You can put that on a resume. One of the members is actually their producer, so it's basically like whenever Bob Rock was a member of Metallica after they fired Jason. Well, Chuck also had a really big revolving door lineup. Like, there was, like, literally some of the legends of metal at some point in time went through death. So, like, James Murphy was in there, Shannon Hamm was in there, Gene Hoglan was in death for a while. I mean, there were a lot of names that passed through death's doors. Is Gorgut's worth a listen? Listen to Colored Sands and make your consideration, Metal Fury. I would say, yeah. Gorguts is amazing. They're very, very good. Obscura actually got their name because of an album that was originally done by Gorguts. Gorguts had an album entitled Obscura in the early 1990s, and that's where Obscura got the name from. Oh, you met Luke! Oh, you lucky bastard. Nice. By the way, Xenoblight, awesome. Another really good band. Another band that needs to be sort of thrown into the old let's talk about shit, you know? Ah, crap. Halt! Oh! Yep. Yeah, let's play it again. Play it again, Stan. Hellion Prime with Silent Skies. Now listen, I want one other thing. I want to make one other thing really clear. If you ever see me getting kind of active and really animated, and my speech sounds a little bit like it's raising up a little bit, and I'm getting a little bit steamed, that's passion. I am not calling you out. I'm not calling anything that you say stupid or dumb or wrong, anything like that. So don't take it that way. Please. Please do not take it that way. That is the last thing that I will say about that in regard. 2 members of FGA released a new album. Wow, really? Hey, yeah, it's the Coke. It's 100% the Coke, come on. Let's be real here. I think we all should know that by now. I actually need to put a couple of things in here. Okay, there we go. That's getting kind of... We're getting a good number on there. We'll be able to unveil that to the world soon. Hooray! It's only been 10,000 years. Hey, you love me nevertheless. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's just, it's habit. I get really into... I don't get really into arguing. But at the same time, the accurate statement is that I get really passionate and into arguments because I'm not argumentative, but I love to converse. I don't like I like debates. I don't like diatribes. I like discussion, dialogue. You know, that's my thing. So like what you saw earlier with Jacob, whatever the hell his name was, that is the pinnacle of what I dislike. That is the pinnacle of what I dislike. And then, of course, whenever I get around some dude like Brother Nero and we just cut on each other while we are discussing or debating, heaven, man. That's good stuff right there. I'll tell you, you know what, I just thought of something. I thought of something that'd be probably pretty cool for whenever we start gaming. Cards Against Humanity. Cards Against Humanity would be a thing. Thoughts on Def Leppard? You know what? Not bad. I really enjoy some of their like things that are at the height of their popularity. Like, I own a copy of Hysteria. I own a copy of Adrenalize, or I did. I think I might have sold it. Whoops. You know, On Through the Night and some of their earlier stuff is good as well. I mean, they're just a decent band. They're a decent band. They set the world on fire. They did. Not to me, though. You know, they're fun to listen to. I'm not going to turn off Def Leppard. That's the one thing I will say. I'm not going to turn off Def Leppard. Good chance. Their latter era, of course, just like any other band of that style, has been very weak. You know, there comes to be a certain point in time where the sound dies, and then they go away for a while, and they try to revive the sound whenever they return, and it never ever feels like it has that same magic. If I did a live stream, would you come to watch? If I could, I would. I would try. I definitely made an appearance in Riff Notebooks, and was a guest on one of Static's, but, you know, I have a feeling that a lot of crap, that there's a lot of stuff that's obviously happened there that I don't know about, but whatever. What's my album of the year so far? Well, you know what? No, you know what? I'm not gonna play the song that I was gonna play. Lurch, you and I talked about it earlier, but it's a little bit too long of a song to end the stream to. New Orphan Land. What was the song that I was playing whenever I was on break? That was Solitude Aeternus is the band. The song was... I need to actually remember to help me out here. The track was Is There. Now, everything from Solitude Aeternus is from 2006 or earlier. They haven't had a new album in more than 10 years. Just in case you're wondering if it's something that you need to consider for 2018, you don't, sadly. I say sadly because I love that band. That band's amazing. They're very good. David the Welder, you have yourself a good one. I will be in contact with you about your suggestions. You have yourself a good one. We'll see you tomorrow, David. Congratulations on the win. Lurch is like, oh man, nothing new for this year. Damn. It's still fun to listen to. So if you ever have a day where you can't find anything that's really catching your attention, they're a great band to jam out to for a couple hours. Good doom metal. Oh. Rings of Saturn suck live? Really? I've never seen them live, so I wouldn't know. We are going to finish up, ladies and gents, after this track by Maru. Thanks again to everybody who has donated today. We've had another monster day. We have made some huge strides. We are now officially $150.64 away from Bad Songs Stream and $1,000. Tomorrow's the last day. Tomorrow's the final day of the stream, so or the streaming series. So hopefully y'all will have the opportunity to stop by. Yeah, because early Def Leppard was definitely within the style. Early Def Leppard was definitely within that style, and really you can even hear it on some of their older material. And whenever you listen also to new wave of British heavy metal bands, whenever you listen to Tigers of Pantang, whenever you listen to Diamond Head, it has a little bit more of that rock veneer attached to it as well. Even whenever you listen to old school Saxon, it is right there. It is in black and white. So I don't really see what the problem is, I suppose. I don't really see what the problem is. So we need a song to send us all home to. We need something. I need to think of something damn good in a hurry. Oh boy! But the sound of my whatever that was popping. Good lordy lord, that was something else. You know what? Since I was talking about them earlier, if these trees could talk, The Giving Tree. I think that's going to be our final cut for the day. So this end of the stream is brought to you by If These Trees Could Talk with their song The Giving Tree from their album The Bones of a Dying World, which was released in 2016. It is also brought to you by us being civil and having passionate discussions, not wild arguments, and just in general being kind to one another despite age differences or thought differences. Really, if more of the world was like this stream is 364 days out of the year, because we usually only have a problem for like one day every single year. If the world was a lot more like those 364 days, we'd have a lot fewer arguments, and we would really come together and be better as people, not only to one another, but also just overall, we would actually get things done as opposed to just complaining about why they're not. So enjoy this, folks. Alright, man. I will see you later, Gamma. You have yourself a good one. A parting gift. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Brandy, you's a fine girl. That was beautiful. Y'all beautiful. Considering this is instrumental, I'm just going to cut it off at some random points. That way, you can take the time to follow my social media in case you haven't yet. And also, I'm going to leave my parting gift, which is for those who have not voted in the straw poll. Vote in the straw poll. So, thank you all. Have a great night.